I support one student in college with a scholarship. Just the way I want to pass on a legacy of education. I would like to pass PBS on to the next generation.
Consider including WGBY in your future plans. Contact WGBY for more information.
I like to think that PBS is concerned with our soul. If your soul is in the right place, you're in giving back.
This week on Connecting Point.
You know, I can wear this shirt now. I can wear the hat where I used to have trouble putting on that I was a veteran.
Because they won't see benefits in itemizing, they're unlikely to give the same amount they did before.
Understanding more about illustration art and how we're influenced by the visual is something the Research Center will help foster.
Connecting Point, weeknights at 7 and online at wgby.org/connectingpoint.
So we came tonight to have a wonderful girls' night out, have some great wines, support local businesses.
Great crowd, great fun, great food.
It's a great love affair with food and wine. And I think everybody gets together and they try a bit of food, they talk about the food, and then they try a bit of wine. And it's just a really conversational piece.
A toast to everyone who helped keep WGBY's 33-year tradition of wine, food, and quality public television programming alive.
I'm Angela DiTerlizzi, and I'm a children's book author from Amherst, Massachusetts.
And I'm Tony DiTerlizzi, also a children's book author and an illustrator, also from Amherst, Massachusetts.
And you're watching WGBY Springfield.
Soy Verónica García, anfitriona del programa Presencia. Hablaremos sobre asuntos de migración, justicia social y salud. Exploraremos la cultura peruana y los estereotipos con la cultura latinoamericana. Bailaremos con ritmo de folclore peruano, tango y cantaremos con músicos populares. Presencia, el único programa bilingüe de la zona en WGBY y por wgby.org/presencia.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Holyoke, Massachusetts, the place to be on St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'm Eileen Curran.
And I'm Brian Curran. Stay right there. The 87th edition of the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is coming your way.
Presentation of the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you, and a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
And the city of Holyoke.
Hi, we're the Holyoke Colleens, and welcome to the 67th Annual St. Patrick's Parade.
Live from Holyoke, it's the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade, featuring this year's Grand Marshal David Archie Donahue, Parade President Timothy O'Grady, the Grand Colleen Madeline Kelleher, and this year's John F. Kennedy Award winner, cardiac surgeon and Holyoke native Arthur Archie Roberts. And to bring you all the sights and sounds of this year's parade, here are your hosts, Eileen Curran and Brian Corridon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and it is that time of year again for us to bid you all a Cade Meal of Fulcher, or 100,000 welcomes to the sights, the sounds, the pageantry, and the excitement, all of which have become the hallmark of the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade. I'm Brian Corridan.
And I'm Eileen Curran. So glad that you are joining us here on, via WGBY. We also want to mention that we are streaming live, so if you have friends and family who are from other parts of the country or the world, tell them to just log on to WGBY.org/St. Patrick's Parade, and they can enjoy the festivities too. And we have a great parade on tap for you today. Right now, though, we want to take it to the street view and our street reporter, Monty Belmonte, for a quick peek at what's coming up. Monty?
Thanks, Eileen and Brian. I'm very excited to be here on the street in beautiful downtown Holyoke for the 67th parade. I'll be talking with the JFK Award winner, the ambassador winners, a lot of the mayors and other dignitaries here on the street. I throw it back up to you in the booth, Brian and Eileen.
Well, Eileen, I think our folks are ready to take it off. They, in fact, have started without us. Ladies and gentlemen, WGBY and the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade Committee are proud to present from Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey, Fusion Drum and Bugle Corps. Wonderful.
Oh my gosh,
What-
it's pretty cold out here, but I think they just heated up the joint.
Wasn't that Georgia? The solos in Georgia were terrific. Let's listen as they leave. Fusion Drum Corps, sponsored by Leah Cars.
And the drum major, our thanks to him, Bo Park, and all of them for coming out here and playing so beautifully and heating things up on this very chilly, chilly day here in Holyoke. But, Brian, the sun is shining, the Irish eyes are smiling, and it's another great year for the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
Eileen, it's Holyoke. It's St. Patrick's Day. What else matters? Not a thing. And we're off for a great parade for all of you. I want to thank a number of folks during the course of the program who've made this possible, along with a lot of our help from the Holyoke Parade Committee, as well as the staff of WGBY.
Yeah, the staff of WGBY, we can't say enough about them. They are absolutely fantastic. And once again, don't forget that we are streaming this live. So if you have friends and relatives across the country and around the globe, just text them now and say, hey, go to WGBY.org/St. Patrick's Parade, and you too can enjoy the festivities. Well, recently we talked with this year's Grand Colleen, Madeline Kelleher, and we asked her how excited she was to be able to see her parents and family along the parade route and what she thinks this day will be like.
Let's listen.
I'm so excited to see them. They always sit on that corner, right where that sign is across from Yankee Peddler that says, "Welcome to Holyoke, birthplace of volleyball." So I'm going to be looking for them, and I'm sure they're going to be running around, and they're just going to be so excited. It's going to be really cool to see the full route and to look out and see all the people that are there, because I feel like when you're on the sidelines as a part of you know, watching the parade, you don't really realize how many people are out there watching it. And I think being on the float, we're really going to be able to see how many people came out to see the parade.
See those people out in the crowd, Brian,
You know,
as she
they
was
shout
saying.
out, the shout outs and everything is just wonderful. Eileen, before we went to Fusion Corps, going down the street with Johnny Driscoll, the town crier.
Mhm.
Town crier, as always, announces the parade to the crowd, gets them ready, gets them sort of, you know, gets them pumped up a little
Yes.
bit. And he also some folks who are selling parade programs. One of the best ways to support this parade is to buy one of those programs. They're full color. They're beautiful. Well done. So Johnny Driscoll kicked it off, and then we looked down. We were waiting for the next units in the parade, and we just this is
a good time to chat about the road race, though, Brian, because they had more than 6,000 runners yesterday.
6,800.
6,800, so almost 7,000 runners. And let me tell you, these folks deserve a medal just for wearing shorts on a day that was extremely cold and extremely windy. I wasn't able to attend this year, but when I got to my sister's house last night, they all looked like they had been at the beach all day. And I'm like, what is that red on your face? And they said it was wind burns. So congratulations to everyone who puts on that race each year. It was an awesome event, and the crowd was just terrific, amazing, and really shows what they
Eileen,
do.
we want to single out Jimmy Wildman and Brian Donahue. Those are the two folks. They're the main movers behind the road race. And the road race just isn't a happening and a great time for those who attend and those who run and participate. It's also a terrific fundraiser for this parade. Those folks do so much to put the music. We have 30 bands in this
30
parade.
bands, that's
and
great.
every single one of those bands has to be accounted for with sponsorship. And so much of the music that goes down the street, we can say thank you to those folks who put that road race on, and it's tremendous. We frankly could not put the parade in the street that we do put out there, the size and the scope of it, without those folks. So thanks, Brian Donahue and Jim Wildman. And speaking of putting the parade in the street, I want to thank Kathy Krisick and her whole gang. These folks are back in the parking lot. They've been there since 7 o'clock this morning. And when folks come rolling in, this is an unbelievable operation that goes on every single year. So Kathy and her gang, they work sort of in anonymity, but not today. So we want to thank them. Now, what do you hear coming behind us? Anything?
I think we hear some sirens. I think we hear the parade coming down Northampton Street here in Holyoke. And this is what it all works up to. It's a year-long process of putting this together and presenting it to not only the people of Holyoke, but the people of this area, which is always so exciting.
So I just give you fair warning. This is a very cold day, and these kind of days, the parade goes very quickly. You know, when a nice sunny day, people will come down waving at their friends. They're taking their time. On a cold day like today, not the case. So we're going to enjoy it with you. We have 30 bands, 15 floats. They're all aligned and waiting. And down the street, we hear the Holyoke Police Department.
And we want to say a nice shout out to our viewers in Ohio. We have viewers in Las Vegas. People are tuning in online, so thank you and welcome. We figure it's probably a little bit warmer in Las Vegas, don't you think, Brian?
Yep. And here we are with Division A, Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade. We're looking at sponsorships. We're current vehicles, also Billy Dinn. And now we have the Holyoke Auxiliary Police car.
Which you can always tell because the sirens are going, and these folks are coming down the street, Holyoke's finest.
Division A is sponsored by the Holyoke Mall. Behind them will be the state police vehicles.
And marching by your camera now, coming up, presented by Francie's Tavern, is the Holyoke Police Retirees 1,000 plus years of service. Hey, thank you for your service, gentlemen. I see a few familiar faces on there. Friendly faces. Not Brian, the ones that pulled me over. Yeah, no. And they, these gentlemen have marched in the parade for years themselves, and they come back because this is something that lives in your heart forever. Everybody comes home for this and wants to still be a part of it.
They do, and they have a great time, and so this is wonderful for them.
Absolutely.
Big reunion, great parade, seeing old friends, family. That's what the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is all about.
And dogs. We just saw the police dogs there. And I see a number of little pooches around us, Brian, in the crowd of sporting green, of course.
Well, that's the appropriate color for the day. And I see some of our state troopers coming into play. They have all been out earlier today doing their crowd control sort of operations, and they do a good job. They have to switch gears. Law enforcement chases bad guys all week long, and now they have to deal with the general public. So it's a whole different set of circumstances, and they go to a different skill set. But the state police come through for us every year, so we want to thank them for their participation.
And we will guarantee that they will be smiling back at you and waving at you as they go down the street.
And take advantage of that, because it's the only day of the year that's going to happen. So that's okay, too. That's all right.
Oh, look at those smiles, Brian. These kids are having a ball. All you need to do is just bundle up, and you'll be fine.
And I see, as we look down Northampton Street, the crowd going toward the Kmart Plaza is extremely deep. There are 3 and 4 deep, 4 and 5 deep in some places. So that's a sign that people are ready to come out from this winter and just have a good day. We've had a really rough winter, and today is the day to come out, get a little sun, talk to your friends, and maybe have a little sociable during the course of the afternoon.
You know, Brian, we had the opportunity to talk with this year's Grand Marshal, David Archie Donahue. Archie is a lifelong resident of Holyoke, and he talked about his history with the parade committee and his reaction when he found out he was going to be the Grand Marshal of this year's parade.
Yeah, this will be my 43rd parade on the parade committee. Again, I grew up in a parade family. My father was a member. My grandfather was a founder of the parade, one of the founders. I was president in 1988 of the parade, so this is a culmination of a lot of years being named Grand Marshal, and it's really exciting, humbling and exciting all at the same time.
I think what Archie has said several times in the past couple of weeks, is very sadly we recognize the passing of his dad Roger. For the Donahue family, this is a mixed week. So it's the footsteps, and he's traveling in today is the march. Now we have coming into view would be the
Holyoke
Caledonians, traditionally who lead off the parade, or the lead pipe band in the parade. Let's listen.
They are sounding mighty fine on this Sunday morning here in Holyoke.
They are.
The Caledonian Pipe Band is the oldest continuously organized pipe band in North America. Look who's coming down the street.
And we
Brian.
have our Grand Marshal, David Archie Donahue. Here comes David.
Marching proudly down the street.
Members of his family.
He's been a 42-year member of the parade committee. His father, Roger, as you mentioned, was the 2014 Grand Marshal, and we lost him in February, and he is definitely walking in his father's footsteps today. He's joined by wife Claire and their 3 kids, Dan, Maura, and David.
And this is certainly on this day, Archie knows that this Grand Marshal's Award is something that reaches down inside of you and touches you where you really live. It's significant of your faith, your family, your heritage, and your country, your city. So it has a lot of ramifications and a well-earned tribute to Archie. So congratulations. Enjoy your walk as Grand Marshal of the 87th Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade. Now we have some of the past Grand Marshals. I see a number of them down there. It's Al Cathro is walking down there. Morris Ferreter, Peter Brady, a nice contingent. Oh, there is sister. Can't forget her.
Smart wearing sneakers.
And our new
Yes.
our new chaplain, Father Michael Tuig, is walking with her. Bernie Lavelle, a smart group of folks. That's more Grand Marshals, past Grand Marshals than we've had in a while. That's terrific.
Sure. And you know what? David Donahue did ask us to do a shout out to his friends at the Elks.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course. Definitely wanted to make sure that we put that in there.
Next week we have the Right down. Let's go down to Monty and see who Monty has to talk with. I think it was the
Yeah, someone special.
Kennedy Award recipient, Dr. Archie Roberts.
Yes, another important Archie marching in the parade today. This is a native son of Holyoke, Archie Roberts. 12 years old here in Holyoke. You decided you wanted to be two things, a heart surgeon and a professional football player, and you accomplished them both. You were a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. You created this Heart Life Foundation that works with NFL players, 9/11 first responders. How does it feel to be honored by the city that you grew up in, the city where you dreamed what you became?
It all started here in Holyoke. I can hardly talk in this cold weather.
It's pretty cold.
But we owe so much to the town of Holyoke, the people that helped us grow up. The town is one that we'll never forget. And I think it's the greatest town in the world.
You've done such amazing things, and congratulations to you for winning this award. The Roberts Sports Center here in Holyoke, named after your family as well. What's next for you? You're retired now, right?
No, I'm retired from heart surgery.
Going back to play for the Dolphins.
No, but I help the NFL players after they finish football with their health, and we stay busy.
Well, thank you. Congratulations again. Enjoy the rest of the parade. Stay warm.
Individual, great selection, great individual. Now we have the St. Peter's Drum Corps from Torrington, Connecticut. They are faithful to this parade. They're probably one of the longest standing musical units. Let's listen. Bugle Corps from Torrington, Connecticut, St. Peter's. They are sponsored this year, I think, by Sandy Smith, the City of Holyoke treasurer. Here we have the parade president, a good friend of mine, Mr. Timothy O'Grady. Tim O'Grady is a retired Chicopee police officer, and he's well-deserved. He's been such a hard worker. Great tribute to Tim. Tim has been with the Chicopee Parade Committee for years and years and years, came to Holyoke. There he is with his family.
Yes, his own personal cheering squad, and I don't know if you saw in the background, it looks like his family coat of arms.
Yes, the O'Grady family, originally from Holyoke, and he is moved to Chicopee early in his school days, I believe. But Tim has worked hard. He's just a proud Irishman going down the street as a president of the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
And now we have a proud Irish woman coming down the street, the 2018 Rowan Award recipient, Haley M. Dunn, and her family.
Haley has done so much in this parade. It's hard to detail the various jobs she's taken. You know, the old story, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. That's Haley. She's wonderful. She's walking with her mother and her husband Frank, her children Frankie, Charlotte, Eloise, and Harry. Dad Ray Fair is marching, went by us earlier in the car with the past Grand Marshals.
Excellent, and they just look like they are having a really. Is that not the perfect family shot right there? Look at that, Haley! Congratulations! You definitely deserve it.
The whole family's going to enjoy that day. Dad's pulling the wagon now.
This is followed by the O'Connell Award winner, William Quesnell and family. Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're good. We just missed him. Bill Quesnell. Bill is in charge of the floats. He has done a great job over the years. You know, floats are such a big part of the parade. There's Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, congratulations, the O'Connell Award recipient. Floats bring much to this parade, and you bring much to our organization. We're very proud of you. Thanks for all that you do for our parade.
And then he is followed by the 2018 Galvin Award recipient, David W. Griffin, and his family coming down the street. There he is.
This is another individual, Eileen. You know, where do you start about the number of things that he and the family members have done for this parade? Great to see him down there having his day with his family and not doing 1,000 other things today as he usually does for parade day. Dave Duke Griffin, congratulations. Our best wishes for a wonderful walk in the 87th Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
He also has 4 children, Dave Jr. With his wife Corinne, and grandchildren Davy and Lily, Jeff with his wife Susan, Kelly, and Kevin. So congratulations, a lovely day. And this is what we all so look forward to, the Holyoke Grand Colleen Float, which won second prize, Irish.
Well, it looks terrific.
It does. And
the Grand Colleen is Madeline Aline Kelleher from South Hadley. She's a senior at Springfield College.
And
there she is.
She looks absolutely beautiful. This is just such a great day for her and the members of her court. Carly Costello, a senior at Wheaton College, majoring in business and management with a minor in economics. Cassidy Lawrence, a senior at Holyoke High, future plans to attend Mount Holyoke College to study engineering. We also have Bridget Higgins, senior at Westfield State, majoring in English with a minor in communications, yay, and writing, yay. Erin Hebert, a senior at Yale University, majoring in electrical engineering, and she has accepted a position at IBM. No slackers among them, Brian.
No, sir. What a great group of young people. Right behind them, the Bonnie Baker Miss Congeniality is Brenna Morgan Fogarty. And she's got a little Mercedes Benz going today. Brenna is a senior at Springfield College, majoring in health science with future plans to attend graduate school for nursing as a nurse practitioner.
I don't know if you saw it, Brian, but her chauffeur was yelling Happy St. Patrick's Day with both arms up in the air. I'm like, okay, who's driving the car? Okay, can you tell I have a 16-year-old who has a learner's permit?
Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps comes into view from Stony Creek, Connecticut. Director is Ken Avery. Traveled to Ireland 4 times in the last 20 years or so. Let's listen. Stony Creek Fife and Drum.
And they are brought to us by MGM. Nice job, everybody. Coming up next, we have the 2018 Ambassador Award winner. And that winner is Mary Pat Kelly, and she happens to be hanging out with our fashionable Monty Belmonte.
Congratulations, Mary Pat Kelly, for the Ambassador Award. You grew up in Chicago, and you have spent your career as an author and a filmmaker sort of exploring Irish roots and your own Irish roots. Why is this something that's so important to you as a creative person?
Well, the first time I visited Ireland, I realized, even though I was very proud to be Irish as an Irish American, I had no idea the richness of Ireland, the beauty of the scenery, the warmth of the people, the music, the stories. And I came back determined to be a bridge between Ireland and Irish America. That's why this award means so much to me.
No better city, I think, than Holyoke. What's your impressions of Holyoke been?
It reminds me of Chicago. The same warmth, the same connection, all the families connected. It's really fun.
It's a little windy here today, too, like Chicago.
But you know what? I love seeing the kids out because I think kids need to know their heritage and a general heritage because now everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again to you, Mary Pat Kelly. Enjoy the rest of the parade. Back to you, Brian and Eileen.
Eileen walking with her was Susan Garrity Crusoe, the assistant general to the Republic of Ireland. She's located in Boston, marching with our award recipient.
And in front of your screen right now, we have, yes, Susan Crusoe. Brian, what was I going to say? I loved what Mary Pat had to say about the kids and their Irish heritage. And I just think that people, we need to continue that and foster that. And
that's what today is all about.
It
is
is
a celebration of Irish heritage. As we like to say, though, all are welcome, but it is still a celebration of Irish heritage. And now coming into view would be the...
somebody near and dear to my heart so much, the 2018 Citizenship Award winner, Paul F. Hogan, someone who I have known my whole life, someone who is so near and dear to my heart and was my dad's best friend. He's also the president of the AOH, and that is a very, very well-deserved award for him. Congrats, Paul. Love you.
There he is. Paul Hogan, congratulations. Enjoy your walk. And behind them, you can hear the sounds of the Skyliners Drum and Bugle Corps from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, sponsored by the Holyoke Mall. Let's give them a listen.
Nice job. Their director is Larry Carbonell. Coming after them is Knights of Columbus.
The fourth degree Knights of Columbus, the Archbishop Williams Assembly, join us faithfully every year. Included there are the Reverend Daniel Doyle Assembly, Bishop Connolly Assembly, the Bishop Joseph E. McGuire Assembly, and there was formerly the Assembly 2670 of Chicopee, named to honor the late bishop.
Certainly, he's been gone a few years, but definitely not forgotten.
Oh no,
Bishop McGuire was such a
wonderful
presence in this area.
I want to thank these folks for joining us. They're very faithful to the parade. We're glad to have them. They're a good addition. Reminds us more of the religious aspect of our heritage.
Hey, when we want to take a minute to say hello to our viewers in San Diego and in North Carolina. Thanks for joining us. We're sure you have Holyoke roots, and we are happy to be bringing this parade to you at wgby.org/St. Patrick's Parade, streaming online. Woo!
Right now, we are going to a new division. This is Division B, sponsored by Mayor Alex Morse, and this is the Holyoke Division, led off by the Holyoke High School cheerleaders.
And every year I remember my days as a Holyoke High cheerleader, and I'm so jealous of these girls. Back then, Brian, we had to wear our short skirts and our Oxford shoes, and here they get to wear pants and sneakers, and I just think that was the best move. They look fantastic. They sound great, and congratulations to you girls going out there. You know what? And I think there may have been a boy in there too. Congratulations to you guys.
They're looking sharp. They're energetic. By the way, Eileen, I want to go back to your shout out to San Diego. I want to do my personal shout out to my family, my 3 grandchildren in San Diego, Caroline, Emmett, and Quinlan. They're all out there with their dad, Colin, Navy Commander Colin Corridon, and his wife Kate. So that's my shout out to San Diego, and I know they're watching.
Shout out. And when you see the Holyoke High cheerleaders, the band cannot be far behind. Sponsored by Bresnahan Insurance Agency, the director is Cassie Stewart. Let's listen to the Holyoke Purple Knights.
The Marching Knights.
be the marching Purple Knights, but I saw a wee bit of green in there, Brian.
Absolutely.
They get into the spirit for sure. And there goes the mayor.
Mayor Alex Morris enjoying his walk.
And he's next to our guy in the street.
Yeah, Monty's right. Monty's hot.
Mayor Alex Morris, before you run and
trail.
greet all the fans down there. Oh, you're going to dance? Oh, wait, let's watch this. This could be more important than what you were going to do to me.
I'm not drinking anything.
You're doing a jig?
This is on TV. This is the mayor. I told him he was going to be on TV here. Maybe we'll leave that a private conversation right here. That's pretty an interesting turn of events. Where are we going drinking later, Alex Morris?
Say what?
Nothing. How does this parade affect the city of Holyoke from an economic standpoint?
Yeah, this is a wonderful weekend for the city. The Donahue Institute at UMass did a study back in 2012, said the parade and the surrounding events generate up to $20 million in revenue to the city, so or to the regional economy. So there's no other place in the country like Holyoke on St. Patrick's Day in the parade. So really proud.
Congratulations. Good to see you. He's getting ready to go have a good time and celebrate the rest of the parade just like everybody else here.
Absolutely terrific, Monty. And, $20 million to the local economy. You sure can't, shake a stick at that. That is amazing and wonderful. And, we're all here just enjoying it for our Irish heritage.
That's been well documented
exactly,
as well. And this coming into view now are the Dean Tech float, which received honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
That's a float full of kids having a great time.
It is, and it's a
Enjoy
career
yourselves.
school
Wonderful
pride, and they're definitely showing off their school pride.
Eileen, we also had members of the Holyoke City Council while Monty was interviewing, and the Holyoke School Committee, Devin Sheehan, Mildred LaFave, Niles Corshane, Dennis Burks, Irene Feliciano Sims, and Dr. Stevens Reich.
Mm-hmm. And you just saw a few heads on that float. We just want to mention it's the theme represents the 13 careers and technical programs offered at Dean Tech and the spirit and pride that the students have for their school. So congratulations to them.
Now coming into view, the Holyoke Fire Department color guard and the fire department following, led by Chief John Pond, marching with officers and firefighters of the department, along with family members who carry the department banner.
Looking very sharp,
they
folks. Looking very sharp. I used to always say gentlemen, and now they have women on the department, which is fantastic.
Now they look very good.
All of you.
Holyoke's bravest.
That woman is getting quite a lot of folks to run on over to her. That's it. She's giving out kisses.
Oh, that's what.
That's what it is. Good for her. And you can see and hear we have the sirens from the fire department vehicles as they're coming down the street. Some very exuberant children are on board. Look at this guy. Woo! He knows how to play it up to the camera.
I think when these guys get the call to arms, there's no one more serious. But when they comes to parade time, there's no one has more fun.
Absolutely.
Big boys with big toys. They run those.
And this is a vintage toy, 1935.
As a matter of fact, I got stuck behind this driving here. That thing does not go over 25 miles an hour. So I don't know how quick it was getting to fires back in 35, but
we've come a long way since then, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's got a load today. Those kids are having a great time.
Oh, and that's what it's all about. There you go. All right, you're looking a little sleepy there, fella. And they are followed by the Holyoke Youth Football Pee Wee champions.
And the Holyoke Youth Football cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Future Holyoke.
There they are.
Purple Knights.
Coming down the street. They're going to give us a cheer. Awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Good
awesome.
job,
I heard awesome.
folks. Good job.
I heard awesome.
And there's our Pee Wee champs. Yay. I'm trying to get them to wave to our camera. Nice job. They're doing their own cheer. Awesome job, guys.
Great bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Getting back to what we heard earlier, it's all about children, bringing them up to understand the traditions and the heritage. It's great.
Yeah, and the fun of the city. Hello, Stop and Shop marching unit in their vehicle.
In their Stop and Shop truck.
Yeah. Do you think that's a Stop and Shop vehicle by any chance? Terrific. Glad to have you with us. And so grateful to you for sponsoring the Worcester Kilty Pipe Band from Worcester, Mass.
Under the direction of Pipe Major David Mathaven and Drum Sergeant Colin Lunt, they have performed in concert, on parade, and in competitions throughout the United States, Canada, and Scotland. They celebrate their 100th anniversary and did that in 2006. They have won the World Pipe Band Championship Grade 3A. They won that in August of 2016. So well-traveled and give a good account of themselves.
Looks like they're ready to play. And we're ready to listen.
Well, I would just have a slight pause, but here they come.
Sounding wonderful, and they are followed by someone who needs no introduction.
Congressman Richard Neal. Congressman Neal is the ranking minority member of House Ways and Means and has done a great job reaching across the aisle. He's known for that in Washington, at a time when there's so much divisiveness. There he is now. That's State Senator Eric Lesser. Eric is enjoying himself in the parade, along with a number of other state reps and senators. This is District Attorney Anthony Gallooni. Pardon me. Excuse me.
We're also supposed to.
I'll be in trouble with Anthony Gallooni.
That's okay.
Thank you very much for joining us again.
And I think we also.
Who was I thinking of? I don't know.
I don't know. That's okay.
My bad.
They are followed by the National Association of Letter Carriers, Branch 46. The National Business Agent is John Cassiano.
And you know what's so great about seeing your letter carriers out there is, if you work all day, the chances are you never see or get to know the lady or gentleman who brings the mail to you on a regular basis. So today is their day to get out in front of the public they serve.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to them. So much of what they do, people don't get to recognize, maybe leave something at Christmas time, that sort of thing. Otherwise, if you're a working family, you really don't get to know who your letter carrier is.
Well, it's great to see them, and it's also great to see the Hampden County Sheriff's Department and marching unit. And we already saw the sheriff, correct?
No, I'm sorry,
No?
it was District Attorney.
District Attorney.
Muddled that.
That's okay.
District Attorney Gallooni.
Sometimes, folks
Sheriff
out
Coaching.
there, when it's very cold, we kind of,
My partner's backing and filling for me now. Thank you very much. That's wonderful.
Nick Kochi, the sheriff, is walking with his wife, Wendy, and his 3 sons, Maxwell, Samuel, and Owen.
They look very sharp. This is another group that the members of the Sheriff's Department, they labor in anonymity as well, and it's great to have them come out and take a bow and enjoy their day.
I think the
There's
kids might
Nick.
be wrapped up in a blanket at home. Looks like it's just his wife walking with him.
Nick's very affable kind of guy. He does. He enjoys this. You can tell. I mean, he's there. You go.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. Nice job. He's bailing
that's
me out.
so terrific.
think that's that same lady who gets all the kisses you
I
just dressed
know.
for.
Now they are looking smart, walking down the street here in Holyoke, followed by corrections officers. Oh, and they are definitely enjoying themselves and getting great cheers from the crowd. This really is one of our larger divisions. They bring a lot of folks with them, and we're happy to, you know, as you said, they work in anonymity, and it's nice to be able to see them. Coming down the street, we do have the TRT Tactical Response Team. The captain is Lamontagne, commanding, and I believe they are the ones sporting these lovely green knit caps.
And they also have some traveling companions in the back of the unit, as you can see.
Yeah. Some nice
Canine detail.
Canine detail.
Walking down the street in cadence, I might add. Looking very sharp.
Even the dogs are wearing their green today. How terrific.
Yeah, those dogs are, they're all shepherd police dogs.
My pup Rocky had a green sweater on last night.
Wow.
Got to do it.
Oh,
you know?
sure. It's all part of the season. It's all part of what we like.
All right. Here is the Holyoke Rose. And look at them. They're doing quite the limbo in the middle of the street for us. Nice job. Do you know what type of fish that is? Not sure. But it's a very limber fish to do the limbo.
Yeah.
All right, and their float is won second place in the open division. And look at this. If you've ever been to a regatta, you know what this is. These are all the trailers that they bring the, oh gosh, I hope I don't mess this up. Are they called shells?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And this is Holyoke Rose's inaugural year in the St. Patrick's Parade. Welcome. We are so excited to have you. And they are showing off one of Holyoke's hidden gems.
Oh, nice to have them. Always nice to have new folks in the parade.
They have rowing and kayaking and canoeing, and soon they will have dragon boating.
Now, some folks from way out of town, Narragansett High School Band from Baldwinville, Massachusetts, sponsored by State Representative Aaron Vega. You know, this is, I think it's about their third time in the parade, and really great to have them. It shows the reach of the parade. Here they come, the Narragansett High School Marching Band. Let's listen.
You know, you really have to give them credit, Brian. They are having those fingers move, even though they're probably freezing on the flute and the trumpet and the saxophone. Good job to them.
And did
awesome
you notice
job.
we're getting a lot of shipping up to Boston?
Yes, we
on the
are.
Music end today. Now we have the Holyoke Chicopee Head Start marching unit. Holyoke Chicopee Head Start unit is comprised of its director Janice Santos, celebrating her 45th year.
Wow,
I believe
terrific.
Janice might have been in the car. Let's certainly want to single her out. Janice has testified a number of times before Congress. She's really thought of as the leading spokesperson for the Head Start program, which is so helpful, so important in our communities, and Janice has really been a mainstay in bringing that to the attention of our Congress.
And after 45 years, she's definitely an expert. They are followed by the Paulo Freire Social Justice Charter School. Paulo Freire Social Justice Charter School opened in 2013 and is a 9 through 12 high school. The school's mission is focusing on social justice and on college preparedness.
Students here get the opportunity to take courses at Holyoke Community College through a dual enrollment program, earning high school credits and college credits as well. What a great break for these kids.
Really is.
Marching are Joseph Wise, Stephen Rodriguez, Victoria Boudry, the cheerleading squad, the basketball team, and the volleyball team.
And they are followed by Holyoke Community Charter School, CAR. That might mean car. But anyway, sorry guys. It's cold. Holyoke Community Charter School opened in 2005, serves grades K through 8 students. Marching today is the school director, Dr. Sonia Correa Pope, accompanied by members of their cheerleading team.
And the Holyoke Community Charter School is celebrating its 10th anniversary. It has an enrollment of 702 students.
And coming down the road, Holyoke Healthcare Center, formerly the Buckley Nursing Home. It is a 102-bed skilled nursing center and has been serving the community for over 47 years. They are committed to providing quality short-term rehabilitation and long-term care in a warm, personalized manner. And these are their hardworking partners of the Holyoke Healthcare Center.
Here they are enjoying their day. While we're still in Holyoke, I would like to do a shout out to a very faithful viewer of this parade. It's a good friend, Mr. J. Bruce Riley of the Holyoke Rileys. This is his 87th consecutive parade. Never missed one in his entire life. So, Bruce Riley, thank you for being one of our most faithful parade viewers along the line of march.
And that is awesome. And we are going to take a quick break, and we will come back to more of the 67th Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade on WGBY.
Presentation of the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you, and a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
And the City of Holyoke.
Happy Parade Day from the West Springfield Colleens!
While we were away, Eileen, we saw the Massachusetts Senior America, Patty LaQuarrie, Junior Miss Massachusetts America, Diamond, Alyssa Mara, and a number of other ladies who were walking
Lovely
proudly,
ladies.
looking very nice.
Definitely. Miss Western
very good
Massachusetts
presentation.
Scholarship Organization, Miss Western Massachusetts is Kenzie Riley, and Miss Pioneer Valley, June Clemmer.
And let's not forget the Sparkling Crowns pageant personnel.
Look what is coming down the street, Brian. We look forward to this every year. Every year.
The crowd pleaser of crowd pleasers is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Aqua String Band. Here they come. Let's listen. There they are, Eileen. Of course, they get the confetti going. The Aqua String Band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Their sponsor, People's Bank. The band director is Ken Maminsky. We have 4 Western Mass folks marching with them. Paul Glock from West Springfield, Marty Boyle, and certainly Brian Elliott, Sergeant Brian Elliott at Springfield Police Department. And also told that on the bass in the band is the bass who plays first bass for the Springfield Chamber, Springfield Symphony.
Oh, wow.
And I
Look
only
at
know
those
that
costumes.
his name is Mike, and he's called First Chair Mike. So he plays first chair for the Springfield Symphony bass.
So terrific. And they are followed by Blessed Sacrament School, the pastor, Father Robert Gentile, and the principal, Ann O'Connor. They have various staff, parents, and students who are coming in front of your camera now, and the parish is sponsored. They have pre-K through 8th grade.
Blessed Sacrament and Mater Della Rosa.
Oh, and look at what you have right there. You have CYO basketball champions from Mater Della Rosa. A quick shout out to Colin Lum, who is marching with his great uncle's walking stick. And you know the great uncle. We miss him dearly, Father Francis X. Sullivan.
Oh, Francis X, absolutely.
They are followed by the Montmarie Rehabilitation and Health Center marching unit. They have several employees, families, and management staff coming down the road. Team Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare has been serving Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley for over 50 years. Glad to have you with us.
Absolutely. Montmarie is a new sponsor of ours this year. So I want to thank them for participating.
I hope they don't mind the noise behind them from Holyoke Gas and Electric Truck.
Well, here it is, it's ready or not. But Holyoke G&E is always a welcome addition to the parade.
Absolutely. They keep the lights on. And we now have the Bushwhackers Drum and Bugle Corps from Princeton, New Jersey, sponsored by Holyoke Medical Center. Let's listen in.
Actually, Eileen, I believe that was Philharmonica San Antonio from Cambridge, who regularly appear in the parade. And now we have our folks, the Umbrella People from Holyoke Medical Center. every year people look to see what color umbrellas this huge, huge organization is going to be bringing. Now, they've been practicing, Eileen. If you notice, they've got it down this year.
Exactly. And no rain, no precipitation of any kind. They probably just have to, well, if they wanted to shield themselves from this gorgeous sunshine, but I don't think anybody wants to. We are soaking it up here on Northampton Street in Holyoke.
No organization has more fun than these folks from the Holyoke Medical Center, the umbrella folks. Thank you. Enjoy it.
And so many of the people who work at Holyoke Medical Center live in this community and in the surrounding communities. So, they live, work, and take part in community events like this. Fantastic.
Buried somewhere in this crowd with his Irish kilt on is President and CEO, friend of mine, Spiros Hatiris. Holyoke Medical Center is joined by members of its affiliated agencies, the Visiting Nurse Association, Hospice Life Care, Western Mass Physician Association Associates, and the River Valley Counseling Center. Eileen, this is 25th. No, I'm sorry. This year is they are celebrating their 125th anniversary of providing high-quality, affordable health care in the Pioneer Valley.
That is definitely something to celebrate. And we want to take a moment now to let you know that you are watching the 67th Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade on WGBY Springfield.
They're a full-service facility, and part of that service is the Holyoke Medical Center Ambulance Corps, and here they are.
Very spirited out there. I don't think that they show up to work in that. I'm not sure those glasses go with the scrubs.
No one has a better time.
Exactly. That's really terrific. Glad to see them here back every single year. And
speaking of spirit,
yes.
What do they see? This group is the Casson Academy of Irish Dance, founded by Maura Casson McCarthy.
This is their second year marching in the parade. Their studio is located in West Springfield. At the Casson Academy, they teach young men and women the tradition of Irish dance. Look at them. They're just amazing. Students compete in local, regional, national, and international level competitions. Those are called feshes, I learned when my niece Melissa was doing Irish step.
There you go, taking care of her auntie. But they're going to dance. They're going to dance their way through the parade.
It really is. That's a way to keep warm, right, Brian?
Bet your life.
Their founder, Maura Casson McCarthy herself, she's an accomplished Irish step dancer, having competed in national and world championships. She's passing it down.
But she's doing a great job because these kids are really good. If you watch the footwork, it's not just jumping around on a cold day. These kids really know how to dance.
And how to wave to the camera. Good job, girls.
Yeah, you notice how everyone seems to find the camera.
Well, actually, whenever I see someone, I tell them, and don't forget to wave to the camera. We'll be up there. Right now, we have the Ancient Order of Hibernians coming down the road. Mr. Hibernian and Ms. Hibernian are chosen for living by the Hibernian motto of friendship, unity, and true Christianity, Christian charity. And the AOH Man of the Year,
it's
Bobby Cameron, who
Bob.
He is just, he was the son my dad never had. And he cooks the ribs and the corned beef for the AOH Danny Curran Irish Night each year, and he is an amazing individual. And the LAOH Woman of the Year is Paula Paoli, and she runs that organization. She is just so fantastic. And honestly, we were talking about keeping up the heritage and keeping people, and the AOH does such a great job of that. They really, really do. Congrats to them.
I like to characterize them as the cultural custodians of our Irish heritage.
Exactly.
By the way, speaking of Camerons, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Roddy Cameron and his buddy John Zamasco. Keep my seat warm down there, over there at the Glendale Grill in East Hampton. I'll be around.
And this beautiful AOH Celtic Cross won the prize for first prize religious.
Looks good.
Oh, look at that little peanut bundled up. Probably enjoying her first parade.
Oh, I would say
Of
that's
many?
definitely a first parade.
Look who's here in front of our camera. None other than St. Patrick himself.
Yeah, it's his parade. He's been back in the parking lot keeping warm. Thank you, Patrick.
Oh, how terrific is that? All right, we did have the AOH Christian Charity Award winner, Sister Margaret McCleary, and she is being acknowledged for the award emphasizes Christian charity portion of the motto of the AOH: Friendship, Unity, and True Christian Charity.
And of course, the Celtic Cross honors the oldest and largest Irish Catholic organization in the United States.
And this float right here is the winner of the second prize, Religious. It's the LAOH float, tribute to St. Bridget, the patron saint of the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians. You know what? It's easier to say Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians than the LAOH. I have a difficulty with that.
That's a lot of alphabet soup. Let's do away with that.
And marching is the past national president, Mary Ryan, the past state president, Kathy Rafuse, and various members of the LA.
Now here comes one of my favorite floats of the afternoon.
And why would
Every
that be?
single year. Look at these kids. Every year they put 4 young ladies up there who just dance their way through this parade. And it's nonstop. It's terrific. The AOH preserving our Irish heritage. Congratulations to them. That's wonderful.
Third prize, Irish theme, and look at those girls are not missing a step. They are doing fantastic. I wonder if they teach old people like me Irish step. I always wanted to learn.
We're not going there.
Smart man.
Well, here they come. One of your favorites.
Yeah.
The Caballos de Pasos.
Caballos de Paso horses, sponsored in loving memory of Brian Callahan, Maura Murphy, and Heather McMahon. And as you know, these were a favorite of our dear friend Jack O'Neill.
He loved them.
He loved them, and we loved him. And we are remembering a lot of very special people as we watch these. The smoothest riding horse in the world. This is the horse used by the noble conquistadors. I love saying that word because of their endurance, and they are the national horse of Puerto Rico. And you just watch them in awe.
Well, you look, their natural 4-beat gait allows the riders to travel long distance in a Cadillac drive.
So amazing.
Yeah, they really are beautiful animals. I don't know if you can hear it at home, but you can. They have horseshoes that you can hear 10 yards away, 10 yards, 10 miles away. Now, very important, following the horses. We want to thank our friends from JR Sweepers for their help.
Horses, need to be
horses need to be swept.
Up after.
That sounds good. We can let it right there.
We can just let you fill in the blanks at home.
JR Sweepers, but they volunteer to be here every year. We thank them for it, and they are invariably with Caballos de Pasos, our favorite horse equestrian routine. So
absolutely,
we are moving right along. We're about halfway. We're going into Division C, which is sponsored by Dowd Insurance,
and I swear, Brian, it is getting warmer. I think the wind died down a little bit, and it definitely is getting warmer.
The wind has died down, but I've just been told that, we are streaming, as you mentioned at the top of the program. We've had some folks in Sweden watching, some folks in South Carolina watching. I know they're watching out there in San Diego. I know they're doing that, excuse me. But I'll tell you, once we went global, it's been phenomenal. The number of countries, number of continents. We are a global St. Patrick's Parade.
And coming in front of your camera right now, the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps from Fort Myer, Virginia. Let's listen in. They sound fantastic.
what a huge addition to the parade, that Army Fife and Drum Corps. They're the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps, Fort Myers, Virginia. And now, coming in, what we got coming into view? The
Holyoke Soldiers Home.
Oh, we certainly have to pay tribute to the Holyoke Soldiers Home. Eileen, I have the honor of being a trustee of the home, serving with care and dignity. I cannot imagine a more deserving group to be in this parade, not just representing the veterans, but certainly the healthcare industry. They do a marvelous job. I'm so proud to be a part of that team. And their Superintendent Bennett Walsh and the entire staff at the Soldiers Home in Holyoke. What a true crown jewel it is in our community, the Holyoke Soldiers Home.
And that's for 65 years. God bless. All right, they are followed by the American Legion, Charles Kennedy Post 275, and they are revving up their engines. Can you hear that, Brian?
Yes, ma'am. This is motorcycles and vans, but mostly motorcycles. The second year in the parade, American Legion chartered and incorporated by Congress in 1919. What a group. They make their presence known. They're around for parades and other things.
Yeah, I think they're revving up the crowd too, as well as their engines. They sound awesome.
Well, it's not just about patriotism. It's certainly about patriotism and promoting national security. But with these folks, it's also about fun. I don't even know if you can hear us talking, but they're having a great time, and actually so are we.
You know, they're a group that's committed to mentoring youth and sponsorship of wholesome programs in their communities, advocating patriotism and honor, promoting strong national security. So good for them. Next up, we say hello to the American Red Cross.
This is the Pioneer Valley chapter of the American Red Cross, located in Springfield. Eileen, they serve 69 communities in Hamden, Hampshire, and Franklin County. Jen Garudi is the executive director. Mary Nathan is in charge of the disaster program for Western Massachusetts, and the volunteers from the disaster action team are carrying the banner. There they are.
There they are. You know, volunteers and staff members from all lines of the Red Cross services are marching. The Red Cross provides more than 40% of the nation's blood supply. They respond to disasters, large and small, providing emergency relief. They train millions of people in life-saving skills. How many kids do we know are go through the Red Cross, lifeguard training or CPR training or any of those? They're such a valuable part of the community.
And Eileen, they're the ones who are at that fire on a frigid January night at 2 o'clock in the morning, right after the first responders. They are the second line, if you will. You know, they're taking care of the needs of anyone who has been displaced by the fire or displaced by any disaster. So after the year that we've had, you know, if you find that there's a little money at the end of the month, and it's usually vice versa, maybe helping the Pioneer Valley chapter of the American Red Cross would be a great idea. Everything that they get stays here in our community, and they just respond to every form of natural disaster that you can imagine.
So you can help them to help others. We're now into the West Springfield Division.
West Springfield Division, of course, sponsored by United Bank. And we have our division sponsor sign, West Springfield banner. And coming into view was the West Springfield High School Marching Band.
Yes, the Terriers.
They're sponsored by Central Chevrolet, and the director is Nathan Holosowski, and the band is under the direction of drum majors Danielle Verdon and Megan Brazil.
Let's listen in.
Eileen, this year the Marching Terriers played at Gillette Stadium. The football team had a great year and played in the Division
What
I.
a thrill for them.
Oh yeah, it was a great thrill to be at Gillette for both the ball players and the band.
You know, they'll be playing at the Heritage Music Festivals in New York City at the end of April. Good luck to them.
And sponsored by actually Central Chevrolet, so thank you. Here we have the Central Chevrolet truck.
The big C near the big E.
Yeah, there you go.
It's got to be one of the best slogans, it's advertising thing in this area.
It's memorable.
And coming up, we have the West Springfield Town Marshal, James Jimmy Martin.
Jimmy has marched in the parade for over 40 years, frequently walked in the Springfield contingent as a bagpiper in the Springfield Kilties. He obviously enjoys doing that and playing the bagpipes no matter the season. He was supervisor of special education for the West Springfield School Department before becoming the director of special ed. So, Jim, congratulations. Enjoy your walk as the parade marshal from the town of West Springfield.
And Brian, as you can see, he is sporting a kilt. It must be all of his bagpiping days. He's just used to it.
Absolutely.
Don't leave home without your kilt. Congratulations to him. He looks fabulous.
There you go.
And then next is Ray DiStefano, Citizenship Award winner, Joe and Ann Calabrese of Lisa's Light of Hope.
The award is given to someone who has provided outstanding service and dedication to the community. Lisa's Light of Hope is a charitable fund created to raise awareness and support treatment for eating disorders in Western Massachusetts in affiliation with Bay State Health and Behavioral Health.
And congratulations to them on that.
Absolutely. Well done. Now the Old Mitteneg Award. E&J Landscaping, it is the truck right here. They received the award that is given to a business in West Springfield. Goes above and beyond for the committee. E&J is run by Aaron and Joel Rolnick. They have the three children. You can see them in the back in that back seat. Caleb, Sophia, and Lucas. Rolnicks are active members of the community, and Joel's word to any of the groups that they work with is whatever is needed, and that's why he is an award winner here this afternoon.
Whatever is needed. Can you teach my husband to say that? Whatever is needed.
Not going there either.
Oh, and as you can see, we've got a beautiful sunny day here in Holyoke for this 67th annual edition of the parade. Coming in front of your screen now, the Jinx Powers Award winner, Greg Spear. And this award is given to a St. Patrick's Committee member who goes above and beyond the call of duty. And Greg has been a member of the parade committee since 2004.
And just speaking briefly of the West Springfield St. Patrick's Parade, I want to recognize the passing of a good friend and leader from West Springfield, Peter Stewart. Peter was a very active member of the Holyoke Parade Committee. So God bless Peter.
I'm sure a lot of people are remembering him
on
this
sure,
day. Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Members of the West Springfield Parade Committee coming by our camera right now. And they are followed by the West Springfield St. Patrick's Parade Committee. Colleen Float, which is rocking the Best Colleen Float Award.
Castle Slanakara, Gaelic for Goodbye My Friends. They have won various awards over the years. Colleen is Jenna Melvin. Jenna is senior at Westside High. Court members are Haley McDonald, also a senior at Westside. Lauren Kenny. Lauren is a junior at West Springfield High. Megan Brazil, a senior at Westside High. And Erin Gladue is a senior also at West Springfield High School.
And congratulations to them. That was a really beautiful float. Beautiful. Now we have the West Side Special Olympics coming by your camera. Look at the enthusiasm. They are athletes from various Special Olympic teams, including basketball, softball, flag football, and the cheering squad. There are 3 to 4 teams per sport with 50 to 60 athletes representing West Springfield and surrounding towns that compete at the Special Olympics Massachusetts State Games. Congratulations to them. And up here we have the State Senator James Welch.
Yep, State Senator. Well, let's see who we got. Jim Welch. There's Jim. I know that Mike Finn is down there somewhere. Mayor William Reichelt
Is going by our screen right now.
Here's the mayor coming by the screen.
And we also have members of the West Springfield Town Council, Brian Griffin, George Kelly, Brian Clooney, Michael Egger.
Brian Clune is in the back walking with his little son. And I just want to mention the passing of Brian's mom, who I knew from the city of Chicopee, Seal Dooley Clune. Seal was a woman of faith who loved her family, her nursing profession, her Irish heritage. A little bit of the world fell out for the Irish in West Springfield, and today her family and friends' thoughts are, of course, with her.
Definitely.
Listen, here is one of the drum corps that has been with us year after year. They get bigger and better. These are the Connecticut Hurricanes. They used to be from Shelton, Connecticut. Not sure where they hail, but it's central Connecticut. Well, Seymour, Connecticut.
Seymour, Connecticut.
Sponsored by Aer Lingus and Bradley International Airport. Director Brian Marold. Let's listen to the Connecticut Hurricane Drum and Bugle Corps.
Nice job by the Connecticut Hurricanes Drum and Bugle Corps.
And what they broke into as they left us was their traditional theme from the Marlboro Man, which the Hercs, as they were known, have been playing for at least 40 years.
Wow. And
now we have from the town of West Springfield, of course, the police marching unit. West Springfield Police Chief is Ron Capricciani. So here he is with members of...
Now look in the middle of your screen. There's one police officer who is doing the Colleen wave. Gotta love it. That looks like the chief. And they have participated in the parade for all 67 years. You know, we talk about how this is such a community event. It's not just Holyoke.
But every community is involved. And I will tell you, the town of West Springfield, year after year, does a tremendous job. Thank you, West Springfield. And one of the new highlights for the town of West Springfield is the Irish Cultural Center, which is located on Morgan Road in the old Elks building. If you have not been, Eileen, to the Irish Cultural Center, it's new. It's the Irish Cultural Center of New England. Please make it a point to get there to Morgan Road. If you love your Irish heritage, you will be happy. You will be happy to go to the Irish Cultural Center. Can't say enough for it. They have a wonderful restaurant
it's very
and pub.
expanded.
Yes, it has, and it's ongoing. It's a work in progress. We've got a museum and a library there full of Irish heritage. So right now, we're going to go and say thanks to some folks who helped bring this parade to you.
Presentation of the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you, and a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
and the City of Holyoke.
Happy Parade Day from the Westfield Colleens.
While we were away, you saw on our split screen Westfield Fire Department, Chief William Flaherty and his group and 76 members of the department. Also a group from Red's Towing. I want to thank Gary Sheehan and manager Chad Willard. And right now we're going to a new division sponsored by Fershon Adams Funeral Home. It's Division E, the City of Westfield.
So let's take you back onto Northampton Street for the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade. We have the Westfield banner that went by, and we've got the American Legion Post, which will be coming up.
Post 124, Commander Gene Theroux. I think I saw Cindy Lacoste. They're the largest in the state, 560 members. The Sons of the American Legion is the fifth in the state with 185. So once again, Westfield as a city off to a great start in the 87th Annual St. Patrick's Parade.
We just saw their parade marshal, Joanne Miller, go by, and here is the Cara B. Herman, Dorothy Griffin Irish Woman of the Year. Enjoying her walk down the road.
Marching with Karen is her boyfriend, Mike Butler, Aunt Jane Sullivan, and a group of friends.
Right now, we want to take you to the street and our street reporter, Monty Belmonte, who's with Westfield's mayor.
Mayor Sullivan, you had a parade of your very own in Westfield a couple weeks ago with your gold medal winner, right?
Yes, we did. Casey Bellamy came home and celebrated her accomplishments with us all. It was a great community event.
What did that mean for the city of Westfield to have a gold medal winner finally?
Well, that doesn't happen every year, so it was really fun to have, and she's awesome. She's such a good person, and she's in Boston today, or she would have been with us right now, marching with us.
Well, thank you. Thanks for marching in this parade, and thanks for bringing Casey Bellamy to town.
Our pleasure. Thank you for interviewing Westfield.
Back to you.
In with that group was State Representative John Velas and other Westfield city officials, City Council President John Beltrande. Now you can hear them, and wow, are they big and are they good? The Westfield High School Marching Band under the direction of Patrick Kennedy. Let's listen.
Boy, they look great, they sound great, and they are, they've celebrated their 65th annual Pops concert, and they will team up with the alumni for the May 19th, 2019 350th celebration parade.
And they were sponsored by Tahira Amatul Wadud, who is a candidate for Congress. And we just saw go by the Leah car. Leah car was followed by the Billy Buzzy St. Pat on the Back winner award recipient, Paul Sawyer. Congratulations to Paul. Here we have, of course, the ever-present Sons of Aaron marching unit president, Richard Casey. A nonprofit organization, as we know, dedicated to the community and promoting the Irish heritage. Founded in 1979, the club has nearly 1,000 members and has participated in the Holyoke Parade every year since its founding.
Also, the Sons of Aaron Women's Auxiliary Marching Unit. The president is Terry Hathaway, and many of these ladies wearing their Irish knit sweaters to keep warm today.
There they go, the ladies of Westfield
And you know,
Sons of Aaron. Eileen, look at this.
It is
Is
just
this a surprise?
spectacular, yeah.
No, it's not a surprise. Here they come. Sons of Aaron Colleen Float, Woodland Spirits, Grand Prize recipient. Grand Prize winner. Here they are once again this year. A fantasy wood with the sprites and the fairies at play. And of course, it's carrying the Colleen Mackenzie Hope Rogers, a junior at UMass. Court members are Madeline Fry, 18 of Southwick. Brianna Weltich of 22 of Russell is a senior at Springfield College. Katie Laraway of Westfield, she's a senior at STCC, getting colder. Jasmine Malaklub is a 19 from Westfield and is a freshman at Holyoke Community College.
And congratulations on winning the grand prize. It happens frequently for this group, but you see the dedication and the commitment that they put into their float each and every year, and congratulations to them.
And this is a very special group coming before the camera now, the St. Mary's High School Marching Unit from Westfield. As you know, the school was founded in 1898. Had some very, very disappointing and upsetting news this past week. The school is scheduled to close. You wouldn't know it by anything that's going on Northampton Street today. I don't see dispirit. I don't see sadness. I see Irish pride. I see St. Mary's pride. Excuse me.
And
I see a lot of kids who have tremendous pride in their school, and families and friends who have graduated from St. Mary's, really making a great presentation, a great showing here.
Yep. And as you can see, they are carrying 120 green shamrocks for the 120 years of the school. And of course, our hearts are with you, and we are wishing you well.
They're stating their case. They looking sharp today. Thank you so much, St. Mary's Marching Unit, St. Mary's High School in Westfield.
And another one of our perennial favorites, the Avalon String Band from Philadelphia, sponsored by Leah Cars, and looking very sharp in their uniforms. Let's take a listen. I saw a Raggedy Ann and a Raggedy Andy there.
Oh, they look good. You know, they're just such crowd pleasers. You know that they have to buy new uniforms every year. Members change their uniforms every year. Each member responsible, and they big crowd pleasers. Happy to have them. Westfield Police Department, Chief John Camerata and Captain Michelle McCabe. Westfield Marching Unit been marching the parade for the past 66 years.
Always happy to have the men and women in blue walking by.
Now, you will probably hear them before you see them, and you better look closely when they go by. because there's only about 7 of them.
But they make quite the statement with their music.
Philharmonica Santo Antonio from Cambridge, Mass., sponsored by ES Sports. Let's listen.
Now, it wasn't an Irish song, but it definitely got me moving in my chair. All right, the Westfield State University basketball and softball teams are walking with Nestor the Owl.
And they are followed by the Southwick Fire Department. Fire truck. Department has participated in several parades over the span of 50 years, and they have won awards in the past, taking pride in their marching.
And very happy to be in here. I'm not sure if you can hear.
This is our Giulio. These trucks are being
loud,
being presented in the parade because these are the folks who've done so much to help the parade committee, the Holyoke Parade Committee, clean out that lot, the Kmart lot that we organized the parade in. And when blizzards come and nor'easters come, somebody's got to do something, because that's a lot of snow.
Exactly.
And these folks come along and they've taken care of us year after year. So thank you to them. AJ, Virgilio.
Plus, they have the coolest horns, Brian.
Yeah, they
have
really
the
do.
coolest horns.
Boy, they really do look good. And, of course, the kids love trucks. I mean, you just can't get away from that.
I like trucks, and I'm not even a kid.
At heart.
At heart, yes. Now we have Division F, which is the Agawam Division, sponsored by JR Sweeping Services. And we have the 2018 Agawam Parade Marshal, Lori Wright.
And Lori will be coming into view very shortly.
I believe she's in the car. There.
You know, Eileen, it's great to see these cities and towns
Oh,
do
look what
so
she's
well. There's
carrying.
Lori.
Yeah, look what she has. Hi, Mom. That's what she was reaching for. Your mama's going to love that, Lori. And she's saying hi back.
Lori Wright. Now there's someone enjoying the day.
Absolutely. As we all are here on Northampton Street in Holyoke.
And next we have the Agawam Ann Sullivan Award recipient is Diane Perini. This award is given to a female committee member who epitomizes the values represented by Annie Sullivan. And of course we know that Annie Sullivan was the nurse who took care of Helen Keller. Yeah. Well known in these parts.
We certainly take a lot of pride in that here in this area.
Sure do.
And she will be followed by the Agawam Citizenship Award recipient, who is Maria Summers, awarded to a non-committee member, a person who has made substantial contributions to the Agawam Committee.
Followed by the Agawam Committee, who was established 18 years ago. Hardworking members, proud of their Irish heritage. As it says here, now I didn't write this, pride of their Irish heritage in their Italian town. So only reading what's here, ma'am.
And you know what? Here comes their Colleen float, which won first prize in the Irish themed division.
And you can see why. What a great presentation. Colleen is Abby Hoban, a senior at Agawam High School. Court members, all seniors at Agawam High School. Kristen Fellion, Megan Ariznian, Amber Filion, and Erin Considine.
And their float depicts a day in the life of a dock worker unloading warehouse goods in the good old days. Very nice.
Yeah, really nice presentation. Very nice presentation. Followed by the town of Agawam banner and
the mayor,
Agawam Mayor William Sapelli, along with other Agawam city officials.
There's the mayor right there in front of
you
your
go.
screen. Bundled up and waving, but I do think that the wind has died down a bit, Brian. So we are loving it.
And we are in for another huge treat. Where do you see this? The Agawam High School Band, sponsored by District Attorney Anthony Gallooni, the Marching Mohawks under the direction of Mr. William Huglin. Let's listen. The Marching Mohawks, Agawam High School.
You know, Agawam always has such a big contingent with their band, and it is so impressive to see that coming down Northampton Street.
Didn't they look wonderful?
They look
Now, Eileen,
very-
we have awards for music. I don't know who does the award present, but I guarantee you this, Agawam High School is going to be in the conversation.
Yeah. Agawam High School cheerleaders are following behind, and these ladies are smart. They have green shamrock earmuffs. Sporting them,
Well,
looking
we have
fine,
we have
and staying
earmuffs of
warm.
sorts.
Yeah, we do.
The Agawam Senior Citizens Bus, the director is Joan Linehan, Assistant Director Christina Lynch, President of Friends of the Agawam Seniors is Patricia Murphy.
The Council on Aging serves several thousands of seniors and disabled individuals annually.
And they are followed by the Agawam Fire Department with its Chief Alan Soroy, 56 career firefighters, including EMTs, paramedics, as well as 15 call firefighters. Department personnel also participate in regional hazmat. Agawam Fire Department.
As you can see, the crowd is hanging in there with us. It is a little chilly day, but a beautiful day here in Holyoke. It just warms your heart. You know, Brian?
It really does.
Everybody comes home for this.
Yeah, it's a happening. It's that time of year. By the way, I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, Bill Boyle. We're often mistaken for each other. Billy's home. I know you're watching, Bill. Family and friends wish you the best. Hope you're enjoying the parade.
And I'll try not to call you Bill.
No, Bill's a judge, good friend of mine. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had huge presentations from a number of the bands. Westfield was outstanding. I thought Agawam, excellent, really something to be proud of. But now we have the Marquis of Granbury from Granbury, Connecticut. So let's listen.
Sponsored by the Holyoke Credit Union. A lot of young people in that fife and drum corps. Looking sharp,
You see
sounding
those
terrific.
uniforms?
Yeah,
Those uniforms are really terrific.
and their moves were great too.
And we have
Congratulations to
Jay
them.
Gonzalez, a candidate for governor, making his way down Northampton Street. Well, as we can see, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Springfield, is there any doubt who's coming down the street, Eileen? It's the city of Chicopee.
The city of Chicopee, our Division G. And
Probably the
Mercedes-Benz
largest-
is the sponsor.
Probably the largest banner in the parade announces the city of Chicopee.
You have the Chicopee Marshal coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Laura
The
McCarthy.
Chicopee Parade Marshal is Laura McCarthy. Laura is an assessor in the city of Chicopee, and as most people there know, that it's an elected position. Top vote getter all the time. Just a very popular individual. So happy to see Laura riding here in the car. As I said before, a marshal's or grand marshal, it doesn't make really no distinction here in the city of Chicopee, because the woman who is the parade marshal is one grand lady. So congratulations to Laura. So happy to see her up there as the parade marshal for the city of Chicopee. Followed by, a number of other folks. We have some past parade marshals. And I see Joe Wagner, Denise Doyle Nowak, two past parade marshals walking down the street, having a great time for themselves.
Yeah, scooting out
Denise
and talking
Joe
to people in the
waving,
crowd. Yeah.
Scooting out and waving, yeah. And there's Danny O'Donnell with his, I don't know if we saw him in the front. There's Representative Joe Wagner, one of the premier legislators from Western Massachusetts. Great to see Joe. And as a matter of fact, Joe, his name will come up shortly. His daughter is the Chicopee Colleen.
There you go. And before we get to that, we have the Chicopee Comprehensive High School Marching Band, sponsored by Congressman Richard Neal, and the director is Bill Carr. Let's take a listen.
Following the comp band is Chicopee Parade Committee President Eddie Kenfield, walking with his wife Terry.
And he has a lot of love for Chicopee. Good for
There's
him.
Ed. Ed's a great individual, done a lot of hard work over the years, built a lot of floats for the city of Chicopee. This year he's serving as president. And there's Mr. Jack Woods going by in that convertible. Jack is one of the original founders, and he is with the Woods Award winner Marvin Hill. But both Jack and Marvin are in that car. And Jack,
terrific.
Great to see him in the parade, one of the original founders of the Chicopee Parade Committee going back to the 1950s, Eileen.
And they are followed by members of the Chicopee Parade Committee. They are a community-oriented committee that represents their community and their Irish cultural heritage.
They're a great group, and they love to have a lot of fun. I was a part of them.
60 years.
Oh yeah, they've been around for quite some time. I see Mary Rodowitz down there, Ellen Gaynor, looking like they're all having a great time.
And this is just the beginning of the parade, folks.
But
they'll still be smiling and waving, and there you go, having a great time.
You have to remember they've been in the parking lot for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just happy to be out of the parking lot.
And now we have the Chicopee Colleen float, sponsored by the Polish National Credit Union, Noah's Ark.
And they are our third prize in the open class. And as I mentioned before, the Colleen is Catherine Wagner. Catherine is a senior at Chicopee Comprehensive. Court members are Hannah Maynard, a senior at Chicopee High School. Paige Provenzano, a senior at Chicopee Comp. Hannah Robinson, a senior at Chicopee Comprehensive as well. And Shelby Wimette, a student at Midwestern State University. Congratulations to the Chicopee Colleen.
And what a beautiful, beautiful float and lovely young ladies. And they are followed by Brian's cheering squad over there, some of the past Colleens and court members.
A great bunch of kids, so glad to see them come back. To think enough of the parade to come back and be part of it.
Absolutely.
It's great. And we have Chicopee Mayor Richard Koss with his wife Gina. And of course, Gina is, as I like to remind folks, the executive director of Sunshine Village. I want to thank all the folks from Sunshine Village for everything they do. There's the mayor and his wife and members of the board of the city council and the school committee. Chicopee, another city well represented. They are actually one of the largest contingents in the parade. so glad to have them here.
As always, every year. And we also have the Chicopee Police Department Marching Unit coming by your camera right now.
Luke.
There they are. Very impressive. A large group. The chief is William Jebb.
There's Bill Jebb. Bill has been chief for a couple of years now, looking sharp. Had a conversation with him today. Everybody's enjoying the parade and on their best behavior, having fun. And again, this is law enforcement. Usually when you encounter someone from law enforcement, it's a difficult circumstance no matter what it is, whether it's an accident, whether it's something even worse than that. So it's great to have a day where they come out, they relax a little bit, they have fun, and they greet the public they serve.
Absolutely.
And here
Thanks
they are.
for what you do, gentlemen and women of the Chicopee Police Department. And keep smiling. All right. Now we have coming down the road Chicopee High School's high school band. It is sponsored by U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, and the director is James Hoover. And they're a little ways down, but we can already hear them as they make their way down. And they're getting quite a bunch of cheers from the crowd. Lots of family and friends alongside Northampton Street waiting for them to come down the road.
Chicopee High School Marching Pacers. Let's give a listen. They're not big, but they're very spirited. They're nice presentations. Congratulations, Pacers from Chicopee High School, followed by the Chicopee High School cheerleaders, coaches Amanda Baker and Lindsay Ratu. This year's first year Chicopee High cheerleaders have marched in the parade.
Glad to have you, ladies. And then they are followed by some of our favorites, WWLP Channel 22 News and the CW Springfield Marching Group.
Station manager, of course, Bill Pepin, marching our 22 news reporter. There's our man, Cy Becker, down there. Hey, Cy. I see Barry
There's Krieger.
Is it Barry there?
Yes,
Rich
I will
Tedemer.
see you.
I see Tashani Whitlow and Jennifer Paye. And the whole there's Barry.
Barry is one of the few people who calls me outside of my family, and I love it when he does. And Barry, I will see you at the MS Walk in Longmeadow on April 29th. Can't wait. We have a nice annual reunion at the MS Walk.
Wonderful.
You know when you hear that sound, the fire department is not far away. Chicopee's fire department.
Fire department under the direction of Chief Dean Damaris and Deputy Chief David Beauregard. And of course they have their pumper. It's 1929 Ford, a Ford wagon, antique pumper. Look at that. It's in great shape.
And then followed by their marching unit. These folks have been waiting a long time to kick off on the parade route, and we are happy to have them coming through. Fire Chief.
Looking sharp. Chicopee's bravest. Just another example of people who come when they're called, and they bring their A game, because if you have to call them.
And they're really getting that crowd revved up in front of that house. Man, that is something special. That's what it's all about. There you have it. There might not be a single person at that house from Chicopee, but man, they are really enjoying those firefighters walking by. There's that pumper, that 1929 Ford hose wagon, antique pumper. Cool. Very cool.
That is. We haven't seen a crowd across the street as big as that, Eileen, in about 4 years.
I know.
Great to see.
it's awesome to see. It's awesome to hear, and we thank them for coming out and making this just such a fun event to be part of.
Coming into view shortly, there's the Quabog Highlanders from Brimfield, Massachusetts. They're sponsored by U.S. Senator Ed Markey.
Yeah, you know what? This might be a good opportunity also to remind people that we are streaming live. So if you have friends from Chicopee who now live elsewhere across the country, they can just go to wgby.org/St. Patrick's Parade, and they will be able to watch this live. There's still plenty of parade left.
Yeah, and we are global, and it's great to be able to call friends and family and say, look, touch base with home.
My husband usually, because he has to work in Boston, but he usually logs on and checks it out and makes sure that, we're not too freezing, Brian.
Quabog Highlanders coming into view under the direction of Pipe Major Dennis Shields. Their motto is, it's not the tradition way, it's the Highlanders way. They started in a firehouse in Munson, Mass., and that was, for the past 14 years, been marching throughout New England, winning numerous awards. Let's listen, Quabog Highlanders.
Right now you have the Moose Family Center vehicle coming through. Located in Chicopee Falls.
Yeah, that'll be right after. Yeah, this is all part of it. The Moose Family Center, a very celebrated organization in Chicopee. It's every bit a family sitter. Now, let's just take a couple of minutes and see some of the folks who have made this broadcast possible.
Presentation of the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you. And a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
And the City of Holyoke.
Happy Parade Day from the Agawam Colleens! Woo!
While we were away, we saw a number of individuals from the Boy Scouts from the Moose Family Center in Chicopee. But that reminds me, I want to say a very sincere thank you to Dave Doyle from Chicopee as well. He's the assistant to the director here at WGBY. He's up in the parking lot making sure everything comes out as we expected it to. And also to Megan Balakir, who helped put our script together, Eileen, and did a very fine job.
Thank you, Megan.
Now, this is what we're looking at is just a continuation of the Moose Family Center presentation. Their unit is just full of the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, sports teams kind of thing, and they really put some meaning into the term Family Center.
Yeah, we saw earlier the Cub Scout Pack 1849 and Boy Scout Troop 1849. And we have another troop coming by right now, or pack.
Yeah, it's Cub Scout Pack and Boy Scout
Boy
Troop.
Scout
That's
Troop.
what I understand.
There you go. I have 3 boys, none of which went into scouting. Oh, well, I think one of them did for a brief period. Anyway, let's see who we have right here in front of us. Dancing away.
Any number of
East
dancers
Hampton.
in this parade, this is the way they know they're going to get on television. So just do a little
Exactly.
jig in the middle of Northampton Street, and you'll be all set.
Okay, I have to admit, our pages have been flying through here, and we just want to remind you that you are watching the 67th annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade here in Holyoke, Massachusetts, and you are watching it on none other than WGBY Springfield.
And here we have the East Hampton High School 2018 hockey team in our new division, which is Division 8, sponsored by the East Hampton Savings Bank and the Beers and Stories Funeral Home. And first going by was the hockey team from East Hampton High, state championships. Congratulations to them. Great to have them in the parade. Kind of walking around seeing all their fans. So a hard-fought win for a state title. Congratulations, East Hampton High School hockey team. And now we have the East Hampton High School band.
Yes, and they are sponsored by East Hampton Savings Bank. Let's listen in.
To the Notre Dame Victory March. Eileen, having gone by, was the East Hampton Parade Marshal, Maureen Sheehan, and the East Hampton Shamrock Award this year went to Patrick and Genevieve Fink at the Pereiras Insurance. Genevieve Bro, well, that's kind of a lead on, so I'm not really sure. I hope no one is offended, but we're kind of flying a little bit blind at some of these. East Hampton Gallagher Walker Award winner Dan Carey. So,
and a couple of scholarship winners from East Hampton, Morgan Lacharit and William Scott.
Yeah, right now we're going to go down to Monty with the new mayor of East Hampton.
I'm here with East Hampton Mayor Nicole LaChapelle, mayor of the town over, but this is your hometown, Holyoke.
It's my hometown, and I'll tell you, wherever you are in Western Mass, there's one thing about St. Patrick's Day in Holyoke. It's about strong women. We started with the Republic of Ireland, and we're going forward.
Is it hard for you to split allegiance? Now you're the mayor of the town next door. We're still here back in your hometown?
Super clear. I'm the mayor of East Hampton. You got to understand where you came from. You know, your roots are your roots, but roots of Western Mass, we're all the same.
Only the third mayor of East Hampton, still new in your term. Congratulations to you and good luck going forward.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Good for her. Strong women of the 413. Love to see that and hear that.
Also in that group were State Representative John Skyback, 27 years in the parade, 15 as state rep, 10 years as selectman. And we had East Hampton Police Department under the direction of Chief Robert Alberti, East Hampton Fire Department, Chief Dave Motter, and Deputy Chief Wayne Henneman. Marching along are Captains Sean O'Leary, along with fellow firefighters. And here we have the Duffy Irish Academy of Dance. Wow.
Yes, led by owner Alicia Duffy Olenek and her Irish dance students. And they received an honorable mention this year. It's their 4th year in the parade, and they are an Irish dance school instructing traditional and contemporary Irish dance.
A lot of enthusiasm, excitement, and talent on that float, Eileen.
Absolutely. I'm always amazed when these kids can do Irish step on a moving vehicle. And look at, not even a step missed. They're
Not
amazing.
Not at
Good
all.
for you, Duffy Academy.
And they're having great fun as well, and that's what we hope they'd have this afternoon.
Yeah, and we want to say welcome to the Ware Youth cheerleaders. Their head coach is Brian Dean, and it's the first time they're appearing here in the parade, and we say a big welcome to them.
Absolutely. Welcome to them, and look forward to seeing them every year.
They are followed by South Hadley contingent. I believe we just saw the South Hadley Parade Marshal.
And coming up is the South Hadley Select Board. Co-chairperson is Sarah Ettelman. Other members of the board of selectmen, Ira Brzezinski, John Hine, and Andrea Miles. They'll be marching in the Granbury 250th anniversary. Wow.
Cool.
Town of Granbury, 250 years. And here we have the South Hadley High School Marching Tiger Band. Look good, sound good, let's listen.
Always a pleasure to see our friends from over the Muller Bridge in South Hadley.
There you go. South Hadley High School Band, directed by Ryan Castor.
And here we have the South Hadley Float in honor of the first responders. This year's float is honoring the first responders of our community, fire, EMS, and police departments, the fire personnel who save us from harmful events, the police who enforce the laws and help promote safety, and the EMS personnel. And this one, second prize, patriotic theme.
What a nice presentation.
Yes.
Touched all the bases and did a terrific job. Very patriotic, nicely done. A couple of the South Hadley police cruisers, followed by the
South Hadley Police Department. Running, a couple of them.
And now the fire department. So we're putting them all together. South Hadley Fire District number 1 is Chief Robert Aussier. Fire District number 2 is Chief David Keefe.
And actually, a friend of mine is the Assistant Chief, Todd Calkins.
Oh, nice.
I don't see him out there, though. Todd, if you're there, wave to me. Oh, look who's here. Gotta have
Smokey Bear.
No, it's
No?
the
Who is
dog. Is it McGruff? No, that's the crime dog. You know what? I just completely blanked on the dogs. Sparky! Thank you, Lynn, our director.
We got a little
Good
help on that one
Lord.
in our ear.
Oh.
Thank you, Lynn.
There it is, Sparky the dog. We have the chief is John Mitchell. Great to have you guys with us again this year.
You know, part of the, you know, we've been talking about the unsung heroes. Sheila Morrow and Jim Leahy are two folks on the Holyoke Parade Committee I want to make mention of. There are folks who get out there in the marketing and do such a great job to help raise the funds to put this parade in the street and get us the bands that we need, the drum corps we need. So Sheila and Jim, thank you on behalf of all your fellow parade committee members for everything that you do. And having said that, as we were looking, while I was
Another
speaking,
Sparky from
another
Bondsville.
Sparky, this one from Bondsville. And welcome to the parade. We won't forget Sparky.
No, we can't forget Sparky. Bondsville Fire Department, the chief is John Daniels. I don't know, Sparky's got the Colleen wave down pretty pat. Nice job.
Well, it's for the day anyway.
Okay, now we have the Eric Carl Museum VW Bug Car. And presented by ES Sports.
It's been in the parade before. Again, the kids love it. I mean, it's a bug car.
It's a bug car.
With a bug on top.
Yeah, and spring is coming.
How can you go
We
wrong?
will see bugs. We will see bugs. But pretty appropriate.
It sure is.
Volkswagen Beetle with a bug on top.
And this brings us to Division I, which is Northampton and Amherst, and it is sponsored by the Ahern Funeral Home, the division banner. Eileen, do you notice how the pace of the parade has slowed down as the day got a little warmer?
Yes.
And people are taking their time now, waving to their friends, as opposed to coming out of the parking lot. They were shot out of a cannon when it's
demons. And we have to try and we want to mention everybody because this is your moment in the sunshine, in the spotlight, and so now we end up getting a little bit more time to hopefully be able to do justice to all of these folks who make up this parade, which is, pretty special.
And here we just saw the Veterans Council of Northampton van.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of the council is to promote the welfare of veterans in the jurisdiction of the council and the citizens of Northampton.
And now, the mayor of Northampton, David Narkowitz.
Here's David. Hey, Mayor. Good to see you up here in Holyoke. Enjoy yourself. And along with Northampton City Council, President Ryan O'Donnell, Vice President Gina Louise Chiara, Ward Councilors Marianne Labarge, and at large is Bill White.
Great to have you here.
And
in
we
Holyoke
really
on Northampton Street, all the folks from Northampton.
Really like to do justice to award recipients from the various towns because they've worked hard to be there. They're highly respected. It's just when they come down the street bunched up, sometimes you just simply you're going to miss a few, and we're certainly not deliberate, and we feel badly about it. Right now, we are not going to miss this. This is our third string band. This is the Frailinger String Band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Captain Scott Ray, music director Sean Decky. Let's listen.
Brought to us by Swift River.
Another rendition of the Notre Dame Victory March. And now we have Northampton Parade Marshal William Duke O'Riordan, retired probation officer. He has been involved with the Northampton Parade Association for more than 40 years. Very active with the community and promoting and preserving the Irish culture in Northampton, giving Irish history lessons to local children. So congratulations to William Duke O'Riordan, very proud parade marshal from the city of Northampton.
He's followed by the James Brennan Award recipient, Michael Ahern Jr. And this award is given annually to a member of the Northampton St. Patrick's Association who makes a significant contribution to the organization. He's a retired dispatcher for the Massachusetts State Police in Northampton and is very active with the parade committee, has been a member for more than 50 years. Congratulations to you, Michael.
Oh, congratulations. There he is in the car, and he's riding in style, enjoying every minute of it. Good for you. Well earned. Congratulations. Followed by the Joan Tobin Citizenship Award. The recipient this year is Emma Tanner. This award is presented to a high school senior who's shown strong characteristics of good citizenship. Also, the William O'Connor Shinashi Award, given to Christopher Carey, given to a high school senior, worked to his full potential. Two well-deserved awards.
And this is a very busy time for these high school seniors. This is the decision time where they're going to go. So congratulations to them. The future is yours.
Now we have Northampton St. Patrick's Association. They are led by Bill Metzger. Members wearing armbands in memory of Representative Peter Kokut, who passed away not too long ago.
And the Northampton St. Patrick's Association float, a salute to our veterans, which won first prize in the patriotic theme.
And you can see why it won first prize, Old Glory at the top, followed by each of the flags of let's see, we got 6 flags up there. Coast Guard, Navy,
Marines, Army,
and Air Force.
They got it all. And it's a great time to say a big thank you to our veterans and for what they do and what they have done and what they will do to protect our country and to, just be there.
If you enjoy your freedom, thank a veteran.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
now who do we have?
Now we have Smokey Bear.
There
he is. I'll bet that bear's really warm. Oh, great to have you here, Smokey Bear. Definitely a crowd favorite each year.
And every year we have this gorgeous little green Jeep, and it just reminds us folks that Look Memorial Park is right up there in Florence, Massachusetts, and this is the restored Jeep from Look Park. This was the actual police car used at the park from 1957 to 1986.
Wow.
Many local police officers got their first start in law enforcement at the park, and a lot of them got to drive this Jeep.
Now that is something that's cool. Very cool.
It really is.
Glad that we can fill people in on that. All right, Northampton High School Band Blue Devils Marching Band sponsors Bridget Goggins of Goggins Real Estate. Let's listen in.
Nice job, Northampton High School. Now we have the Hampshire Sheriff's Office Marching Unit, Sheriff Patrick Cahalane, and the members of his group. It says here that the sheriff is a native of Ireland, accompanied by his deputies.
I happen to know that we have some viewers in Framingham, Massachusetts. My dear friend Paul Guimond, who lived in Holyoke for many, many years, and his husband Craig, they are watching us and sending me texts of things that I say that are not right.
Thank God they don't know me. We've had an interesting afternoon so far.
And I just want to blame it on the cold and my script going, pages are like flying, and I'm like, okay, you got to find out where we are. Oh my goodness.
And here we are with the top-rated school, Smith Voc. Go Vikings football. Smith Vocational. Looking good, guys.
And accompanying the students is a restored cruiser used by the Criminal Justice Program and the Farm Forestry.
Those are all criminal justice students, I think.
Yeah.
They enrolled in the 4-year criminal justice program. So that's great.
And this is a vehicle from their forestry program. So many varied things that you can do, and you like to see these schools encouraging kids to try something different and don't just follow this one path that everybody else might be on. That's great.
And they build themselves as a vocational and agricultural school, which makes it even better.
Let's say hello now to the Amherst Fire Department Marching Unit. Their chief is Tim Nelson.
Oh, there's Tim. Tim's a great guy. Tim used to be on the Holyoke Parade Committee. In fact, I think he's still probably already listed here.
He used to be on the Holyoke Fire Department with my dad.
Interestingly enough, I was at an event not too long ago when Tim's varsity basketball team from Chicopee Comprehensive High School was inducted into the
Really?
High School Hall of Fame for the city of Chicopee.
How
So
great
congratulations,
is
our good friend,
that?
Fire Chief Tim Nelson. Well, just ask him. He'll tell you all about it.
Cool.
You can get it game by game.
We are now entering Division J, which is the Springfield Division. And the sponsor here is MGM Springfield.
And of course, MGM will be opening. I guess it's from what I hear, it's not really a moving target in their mind, but it'll be September-ish, October-ish of this year, and it'll be long awaited. Our new downtown gaming and entertainment complex. So good luck to the folks from MGM. Great to have you here in town. Look forward to a lot of fun events that you're going to bring here. And folks don't know, but MGM's whole revenue stream is 70% entertainment. So Springfield's in for a lot of good evenings of entertainment, courtesy of our good friends at MGM. Here we have just a little bit of a break in the action here, but it gives us time to recognize other folks who are so well involved in the parade. Jen Morrison is someone that should be singled out. Jen is in charge of the music, Eileen, and as you can see, she has done a tremendous job contacting and getting all of these bands and drum and bugle corps under contract. Right now, we have the Paul G. Karen Award winner, and that's Matt Keating. Congratulations to Matt. Very popular individual in the city of Springfield. Well-deserved award. Matt, great to see you here. Enjoy your walk down Northampton Street in the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
We also have the Mary B. Troy Appreciation Award winner, Rick Quackenbush, and Lower Pioneer Valley Career and Technical Center. And this award's given to a person or business that is not a member of the Springfield St. Patrick's Parade Committee, but has given outstanding service to the community and the committee. And Rick was previously a member of the Springfield St. Patrick's Parade Committee. He is a facilities management teacher at Lower Pioneer Valley Career and Technical Center.
Also want to make mention of the Springfield Parade Marshal, Nancy LaFave. Nancy's been very active in the Springfield Parade Committee. A very deserving award for Nancy. The John and Agnes Burke Award going to Caroline Kelly. So congratulations to all of the Springfield Award recipients.
And their float, the Springfield Colleen float, won an honorable mention.
Very nicely done. The
Yes.
Colleen from Springfield is Anna McDonald. She is a first-year student at Mount Holyoke. Emily Rue is a senior at East Longmeadow High School. Catherine Laughlin is a senior at East Longmeadow High School as well. And Nicole McCarthy is a senior at Springfield Central High School. And Allison Stevens is a senior at East Longmeadow High School. So congratulations to those kids, and they look terrific. Now coming into view, Eileen, is the Ludlow High School Lions Pride Marching Band, sponsored by Sheriff Nick Cochee under the direction of Kevin McAfoy. The band is joined by members of the Ludlow High School cheerlead team.
Cheerleaders are definitely cheering us on and leading the band, which is just about to play. So let's listen in. band is followed by the folks from New England Donor Services, a nonprofit organ procurement organization that facilitates the recovery of organs and tissues at 23 hospitals in Connecticut and Massachusetts. When you donate, you don't definitely donate a life when you donate to them.
And now coming into view is a terrific looking group, the Central High School Air Force Junior ROTC, led by Major William Kita. He's the senior instructor. This is their 52nd anniversary of being a part of the Springfield scene. Back in '96, an Air Force pilot joined it, and it's started across the country. So here they are, the Central High School Air Force Junior ROTC, looking very, very sharp.
Very sharp and very serious looking.
Well, did you see the twirl of the guns?
Yeah.
That last unit just tossed those rifles about 6 feet in the air. Every single one of them came down clean, and they caught them. Nice job.
Excellent job.
Well, you know, ROTC is such a positive, positive effect has a positive effect on so many folks. So
we want to take you to the streets right now because Monty Belmonte is with someone who is an icon in this area, someone who is just so amazing. Take it away, Monty.
I'm here with Ray Herschel, who has been covering news here in Western Massachusetts for 50 years, now calling it a day, going to retire. If you could go back, cover one news story again over your course of 50 years, what would it be?
Monty, the story I remember the most, I mean, I started in radio in '68. The story I remember the most was the POW return in 1973, a national story, very emotional, a local story, POWs coming back from North Vietnam who were held captive. That one sticks out in my mind because it was my first major news story I covered as a TV reporter. It kind of propelled my career.
Well, you've done tremendous work. Congratulations to you, and you'll be a voice missed in our journalistic society here in Western Mass.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll be around, so you might see me now and then.
Okay, good, great.
Thanks, Monty. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you, Ray.
Just can't say enough about Ray Herschel. He would always get the story. Always get the story.
So professional, even from day one.
Exactly.
Also going by in the group, which we were talking with Ray, Dan Brown, Chris Pisano, Brittany Murphy, and of course, Dave Madsen.
Yeah,
congratulations to Ray. You know, Ray and I are both graduates of Chicopee High School. He was a little bit ahead of me, but we came from the same city, the same background. Very proud of him. You know, you said it. He got the story. It was never about Ray.
No.
It was always about the news. It was always about the subject matter. And we're just so proud of him. Look at this great shot here. Yeah. This young lady could care less that she's on television.
It's like, give me that fried dough. Give me that fried dough. Now, Ray, I wish you all the best and all the blessings in your retirement. You deserve it. You and Maureen deserve to just have a wonderful, relaxing retirement full of family, friends, and fun.
Yeah, he does. Ray Herschel, someone to be remembered.
And now we have the Springfield Kilty Band, sponsors the John Boyle O'Reilly Club, and it's led by drum major Bruce Harkness and pipe major Tina Harkness.
Eileen, they were founded in 1916, one of the oldest in the country. Let's listen.
Brian, I want you to know that we have viewers watching us via live streaming in Tennessee. Kelly LaPlante says, thank you so much for bringing this annual tradition back to her. She says she feels like she's back home in Holyoke.
You
So
know,
glad to have you with us, Kelly.
It's so great that we're now streaming globally because we've got people all over the world.
Absolutely.
So happy to have them join us. Now we have the John Boyle O'Reilly Club Irish Person of the Year, Philomena Hanrahan. Pardon me.
And Philomena, or Phil, and her husband are from Hamden. Phil is responsible for the club honor guard and works on the scholarship committee and is a longtime member. And she also serves on the Springfield Parade Committee and is involved with the Hamden Senior Center. Enjoy your walk. So we have some of the John Boyle O'Reilly Club Volunteers of the Year, past.
Well, they're riding in
past
style,
presents.
as you notice.
Yes. Now that's a nice hat or wig, or love the color.
Hey, he's having
Definitely
a
love
great
the color.
time. John Boyle is membership president is Eric Devine.
Mm-hmm. And here's a mobile John Boyle O'Reilly Club.
This is their Irish pub with music float.
Yes.
Float depicts a typical Irish pub experience as you would find in Ireland, except these guys wouldn't be there.
Well, they have the best seat in the house, that's for sure. And some lovely
some club
music
members.
too.
There's oh, look at it.
They're just having a grand old
You
day.
know, a parade? What parade? The members of the Boyle, led by Eric Devine, just an institution in the city of Springfield. You know, they just commonly known as the Boyle. JBO, a happy group, enjoying the parade. Great to have them. A big contingent, Eileen.
Yes, we
They
have a
brought
lot of,
everybody today.
A lot
Happy
of
to have
family
them.
members along with
We
the
have a bunch of dignitaries from the city of
officials.
Springfield. I see Danny
Yeah.
Warwick, superintendent of schools, Chris Collins,
Not sure
Tim
if the
Ryan,
mayor has gone by
city
the camera
councilor.
yet.
Got these great bunch of guys. Good to see you all.
And I'm not sure, Brian, if the mayor, Dominic Sarno, went by the camera yet, but wanted to make sure we mentioned him there.
Look, absolutely.
Thank you, Mayor.
Dom was not right there, but he's been a faithful participant in this parade, and he always wears his Irish scarf. I think he brings it out once a year. In fact, I'm sure it is. Now we have members of the Springfield Police Department. Police Commissioner, of course, is John Barbieri, and the Color Guard and the Honor Guard we have seen go by. The SUVs, once again, having a great time. No one, though, has gotten that massive crowd across the street as ginned up as the Chicopee Fire
That's
Department.
right.
But they're working on it.
They're working on it. They're working on it. And here comes the
They are
Springfield
followed
Fire Department.
with their fire chief, Joseph Conant, marching unit here. So, again, coming out, having a moment before the public they serve, having a great time. Normally when you see these folks, it's probably not a good thing. And as I said before, they bring their A game, because when you call them, they know you're not going to have theirs. So, and you know, you don't call them to the 4th of July barbecue. You don't call them to any of those things. You call them to something that's really difficult, really hard, a tragedy in your life. And you want them there, and you want them there stat, and they arrive.
And look at that. Even a retired firefighter
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back to march with his former coworkers. I think that's awesome.
Now we're in for another treat. We have had high school band after high school band that has just been terrific in this parade. These folks from Minnechaug are no exception. The Minnechaug Regional High School Marching Band. Let's look and listen. They were sponsored by Deb Goldberg, Treasurer and General Receiver. Director is Margaret Reedy, and what a great job, Minnetonka High. A lot to be proud of there.
Did you check out the shamrocks on the tubas?
I did.
Pretty nifty.
I did.
Good job, guys.
And so is the tune. They
And
have us
gals.
kind of rocking here in our seats a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, now we have the Springfield Lodge of Elks, number 61. The Irish Elk of the Year is Hal Grout.
Springfield Elks are dedicated to the needs of local youth and veterans, sponsored the fishing derby at Forest Park, and provide scholarships to local teens. All the members are volunteers at the Holyoke Soldiers' Homes, thank you very much, as well as the Agawam National Cemetery, Veteran Cemetery, excuse me. So thank you to the members of Elks 61 for all of that service to young people and to veterans.
And there's Hal himself,
There you go.
the Irish Elk of the Year. Thanks for all you do.
Congratulations. Enjoy your walk down Northampton Street and throughout the streets of Holyoke and the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
Now, the Springfield Lodge of Elks came with a float, which has won first prize in the open theme.
Who do you think they might have on that float? Or at least have a vocal presentation?
You know,
It's got to be the
it's gotta
king.
be, you know what? It's a pink Cadillac, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
So maybe
Reminds me
Bruce
of Elvis.
Springsteen? Oh, you're thinking of Elvis. I'm thinking of Bruce Springsteen.
Well, it's either Elvis
And
or
the song
Mary
Pink
Kay. You take your
Cadillac.
choice.
Oh, that's terrific. Congratulations. That is quite the sight coming down the street, that bright, bright pink.
Here we have the Mount Tom Lodge of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. The Mount Tom Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons, founded the same day as Holyoke, March 14th in 1850. And they've met in Holyoke every year since. This is their first year in the parade. Well, congratulations. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, they tell us in 1863 they loaned $180 to the first fire department of the town of Holyoke. So the Brothers of Mount Tom Lodge voted to drape the lodge hall in mourning for 30 days when President Lincoln was killed. Here we go. We are entering a new division, Division K, and the sponsor is Westfield Bank. And we have the Leprechaun Plunge, folks, doing the, one of those line dances that you do at weddings. That includes the cha-cha. Listen. Well, they are certainly having a grand time here at the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade, and we thank you all for visiting with us. And we have more of the parade coming up. We have a special guest who is getting in place to join us for this last division that we have. As you know, it is the Shriners Division, which will be coming up shortly. Before that, though, we have the Daughters of the Nile, celebrating over 100 years working together for the children of Shriners Hospital.
It's a pleasure
David?
to have Dave here.
David Butterfield is joining us.
Representing the Shriners. Dave, it's great to have you. Thank you for joining us. You're always such a welcome group in this parade. We're going to count on you to point out the various groups and to give us a little heads up. But during the course of the Shriners presentation here, we would really like to have you talk a little bit about what's going on with the Shrine nationally, and certainly what is going on, what the highlights of this past year, and what you're looking forward to with the Shrine here in Springfield.
Well, Brian and Eileen, it's great to be back with you guys this year. I just wanted to touch on the Daughters of the Nile and the Yellow Estenay that are coming up. These are our two ladies groups that Their task is to do fundraisers and raise money for the Shriners Hospitals for Children. We had the Daughters of the Nile that just went by, and we have the LOSNA Ladies Oriental Shrine Clowns as we're coming right here into the
Oh,
into the screen.
fantastic. They
I have
look
to say
great.
I'm a little partial to rodeo. She's my wife out there.
Oh, that's so sweet. And tell us some of the things that the women do. Do they do the same things as the men? Is it
Well, as you
different?
can see, they have a similar clown unit.
Yeah.
They have different types of dancing units and such that that they
I
enjoy.
see your wife.
And they have a great time, and they're also raising monies for the hospital.
Which is the all-important thing. You have fun, but you fundraise to help Shriners Hospital.
Well, as you can see, coming down our division right now is led by our parade marshal, Chris Parker. And we have our Legion of Honor out there, led by Commander Jack Greaves. And they're a great group of guys. They present all the flags to all our ceremonials. They do a lot of presentations, formal presentations where we have our flags, at our circus and other events.
And how is the circus getting ready this year?
Oh, the circus is coming up. It's one of our best times. It's our 63rd annual circus coming up on May 3rd through the 6th at the Eastern States Coliseum. And I hope all the audience comes out and attends this year. It's a fantastic show being put on by Hammond Family Circus.
We look forward to that every year, Dave. I'm just happy to have it come back to Springfield.
Well, 63 years ago, my grandfather actually is the one that brought the circus here in conjunction with the support of illustrious Al Zippin, illustrious Clyde Hooper, and the Western Mass audiences have been able to enjoy our circus, and it's a family-oriented circus for the last 63 years, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Is that your biggest fundraiser? Or
That's the biggest fundraiser for the Melha Shriners. And by allowing us to raise funds through our circus, it allows us to support what we consider to be the greatest philanthropy on earth, and that's the Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Absolutely. What else is new and going on with your organization, recruiting new members, things like that?
Well, we're still bringing in a lot of young members. Our fraternity is similar to a college fraternity where adult men can now continue that and have a camaraderie just like they had in college. And as you can see, a lot of the new members are with our rider unit out here. You can hear the iron, the American iron out there. Just as a note, they do an annual motorcycle run to the hospital. And this year they hit $250,000 with their annual motorcycle ride.
That is amazing. And where do they ride? From Springfield?
Well, they ride from Springfield to the hospital and then to a destination, which changes every year. But that money was raised by the motorcycle community supporting our hospital system.
That's really fantastic.
I'd like to recognize our illustrious potentate, illustrious Glenn Supernaut, and the First Lady of Melha, Diane Supernaut.
There they go.
And terrific.
Great-looking blue convertible.
And we also had the military band go by.
We have our director staff coming by and led by Michael White. One of the things that the directors are responsible for is doing tours at the hospital. And the hospital has tours every Saturday and Sunday. And if there's a group that's out there that would like to tour our hospital, all they have to do is call up and make reservations and they can get a private tour.
Well, that'd be great to do, Dave. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, and don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Melha Shrine presentation here at the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
Presentation of the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you, and a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
And the city of Holyoke.
From the Chicopee Colleens to you, happy Parade Day!
And welcome back, everybody, to the 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade. We are here with David Butterfield of the Shriners, and he is filling us in on all the great works that they're doing and what's new with the Shriners and what we're seeing in front of our camera.
What we have right now is our sportsman's unit out there. You can see some of the big four-wheel drive units. Following right behind them will be our clown unit, led by Chief Clown Rob Cote.
There is such a thing as a chief clown.
There is such a thing as a chief clown, believe it or not. And the clown units are fun unit of the Shriners, and they're very predominant at the circus and up at the hospital, and they do a great job bringing joy to the children.
My uncle Fran Moore was a clown, a Shriners clown. Tell us what you're looking for in a Shriners clown. You know?
And a Shriners clown?
Yeah.
Somebody that
Who
likes
should
to have fun, likes to have a good time, and put a smile on the face of a child.
Yeah,
That's what their ultimate goal is.
Absolutely. And what kind of a time commitment is it?
Time commitments as much as you'd like to be, whether you put in one gig, which is basically an act, dressing up in your costume and putting your face on, all the way up to 80 to 100 gigs a year.
Wow.
So we're looking for individuals that like to be a part of our organization, and the dedication as much as they can offer. We don't put a time limit on that, but anytime we can have somebody out and participate, it's great. This is our Oriental Band unit out there,
Always
led
a
by
big fan
Noble
favorite.
Andrew Parker, who happens to be the son of our potentate this year.
Oh, terrific.
And we also have some members of the Rhode Island Shriners joining us today. To touch back on the hospital system a little bit, 2 years ago when we were announcing the EOS extreme low x-ray machine. We were trying to raise $1 million for that, and I'm very pleased to announce that we had our ribbon cutting ceremony this January, and it is operational now. So I want to thank all the audience and the corporate donors out there for making that happen for our children.
Is so amazing.
It is.
Congratulations. Have you had the ribbon cutting, or you are having it?
No, it was this past January.
That's
so it is now
terrific.
operational.
Oh my gosh,
And
that is great.
just as a reminder, that x-ray machine is only 1/10 of the radiation of traditional x-rays. And with our children that have to go through so many x-rays, it's just absolutely amazing technology.
Safer for them, and so important in diagnosis and
Oh, absolutely.
That's terrific. And you know, it really is. It shows how people value the Shriners Hospital when you can raise $2 million, $1 million in 2 years.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
And you know, David, it shows such dedication across the country and around the world to Shrine. I mean, you can't you can't overstate the value of their hospitals. And how many hospitals is it now nationwide?
We have 22 hospitals nationwide between the United States, Mexico, and Canada. And I just want to let you know that the hospital system right here in Springfield is absolutely thriving under the guidance of our new administrator, Lee Kirk, and his staff. And our patient care is just second to none.
That's wonderful. You know, one of the big boosts you've had to have gotten over the past couple of years, the great commercials, and I don't want to call them commercials, but whatever you want to say, with those kids involved, and that really tells you exactly what goes on with the Shrine, why they are so important, why these medical facilities, I mean, they're miracle workers to a certain degree. For those children, they really are miracle workers. And whoever put those videos together did a marvelous job. It brings the story home. It makes you feel it. It makes you see it. And it just reaches down and sort of touches you where you live. And that's so important, because what the Shrine does for these kids, it changes lives. It builds futures. It's just, it's wonderful, and we can't overstate that. So, it's the old story. When you see a child in trouble, you tell a Shriner.
Well, with those PSAs that you're talking about, those are not actors. Those are our patients, and they believe in our hospital system as much, if not more, than we do, because it has changed their lives immensely.
It certainly has. It certainly has. They tell the story better than any of us could. Look at these guys are unbelievable.
Amazing.
Every year I look out there, Dave, and I say, I would not like to be their insurance man. No, thank you.
Well, actually, the
look
mini
at them
monsters.
And I say, I want to be them one day.
The mini monsters that you see out there right now are actually my home unit, and that's where I started parading 15 years ago now.
Excellent.
Oh, they have a great time out there.
And did I see correctly that they go sideways? They go on two wheels?
Well, that was the
other ones?
mini quad
Okay.
unit right
Okay.
before that. If my guys go on two wheels, there's a problem.
Uh-oh. That just must be so much fun. Give us an idea. How many Shriners are there?
Well, right now, with the Melha Shriners, we have just over 1,000 members. Nationally, we have about 225,000 members. So that's 250,000 men out there working for the common goal of taking care of children. And that's what it's all about. I mean, we have a lot to offer the members if they come in, between musical units, the clowns, of course, the motorized mini units that you see. But the ultimate goal for any Shriner is to take care of children through our hospital system.
You guys do a great job at that.
This right here is one of the parade fan favorites for sure. It's our up and over ramp truck. And these guys, I've never gone over the ramp myself, but
really?
They're pretty crazy out there.
That's sort of a rite of passage with the Shrine, though, isn't it, going over the ramp?
It is. No, they really enjoy themselves out there, and the go-kart unit does wonders, and all of our Shriners. And if you can look by, if you can get a close-up, they always have a smile on their face.
Yes, they do. And they're loved by everyone watching this, the young and the old. I mean, you can't help but have a smile on your face when you watch.
Because they're having fun.
Yep.
And that's what the fun side of being a Shriner. The serious side, you've spoken brilliantly about, and we're very appreciative of that. But this is the fun side. This is what people like to see, and it puts a whole new face on the Shrine.
Well, for any of the members of the audience out there that would like to become a Shriner, all they have to do is, to become a Shriner, you just have to ask one to be one. And we also have, again, like I said, the ladies group. So if there's ladies out there that happen to be related to a Mason, you don't even have to be related if you choose to join them. You can call the Melha Shrine Center, and we can get you in touch with the proper contacts and the proper people if anybody would like to join.
So new folks are always welcome. You heard it here from Dave Butterfield, past potentate of the Shrine, and we're very appreciative of his being here today. It's great for us who just look at it. We see what's obvious about this, but to get in and really talk about the work of the Shrine, not just here locally but nationally, it's well worth the 20-something minutes that we devote to the Shriners division here in this parade. Very happy to have them.
Well, every year we keep adding expertise to our child care. We're primarily in orthopedic and burns hospitals, but for instance, this summer we're opening up an acute pediatric rehab center, and to take care of all sorts of children. And every year we keep adding new levels of our expertise to the public.
Well, we support you in your efforts here. We are very happy to have you with us and continue to do the great work that you guys do.
Dave, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's been all mine. Thank you.
As we see these Shriner cars, Melha Shriner cars go by, we're getting close to the end of our parade here, but it isn't over till the guy does that on a three-wheeler. That's always what people love to see, you know, as sort of like a finale to the parade each year, Brian.
Well, it certainly, well, we're not through yet. They're doing the wheelies down the street.
Yeah.
And, they just make the parade in so many ways.
They certainly do. And you know what else has been making the parade for a few years now is the live streaming. It is a way that we can connect with people who, for whatever reasons, like myself, for a job, you leave Holyoke, but you always want to be part of this parade because it is such a great tradition. Last year we were viewed online in 45 different states and 23 different countries, including Poland, Pakistan, Guatemala, and of course, Ireland. Our friends in Ireland joining us via live streaming. So we want to say, thank you to all of you for joining us. It feels great to know that we are all connected, even if we have, gone different ways. We are still all connected through this wonderful thing called our parade.
And by the way, for thank yous, UMass Catering once again has fed us delicious lunch for ourselves and the crew. Mm-hmm. And also, here we are once again at Barry Farrell's front yard. Barry, thank you and all of your associates for hosting us again. And certainly to the city of Holyoke for everything that you do to help us put this parade on, especially when you're sandwiched between two nor'easters.
Exactly. They really did a great job. I mean, and the people turning out today, just really amazing. Shout out to our friend Monty Belmonte, who has the best hat ever. And we're all going to get that for next year.
And excuse me, but to yourself for joining us every year, and we look forward to being back next year. Look forward to having all of you all back next year and enjoying the Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade.
And thank you to WGBY for bringing this here. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next year.
The 67th Annual Holyoke St. Patrick's Parade is brought to you by the members of WGBY and by...
With the right amount of passion, anything can grow. The independent spirit of a local business, commitment to our communities and neighbors, innovations that support a sustainable future, fresh ideas for a new recipe, and so much more. People's Bank, a commitment to community, innovation, the environment, and you, and a passion for helping the Pioneer Valley grow in every way possible.
Addiction recovery is possible. Swift River is a Western Massachusetts campus for substance abuse and mental health treatment, using clinical modalities blended with outdoor adventure therapy, fostering wellness for all clients served. A caring team of treatment specialists is available 24/7 to help start the path to drug and alcohol addiction recovery. Information available at 888-216-4032 or at swiftriver.com.
Nestled in the center of the Pioneer Valley and rooted in 350 years of service to the community, healthcare endures in Western Massachusetts with Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, a newly renovated short-term unit with 20 private rooms ready to meet the needs of Holyoke, with healthcare professionals offering a variety of care. Montmarie Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
And the city of Holyoke.
Happy Parade Day from the Springfield Colleens! Woo!
About 200.
Shout out to our
Black colleges, we're redefining what it meant to be black in America.
These are places where there's incredible freedom to explore.
It's an unapologetic black space.
Black people were in charge. Black people were in control.
Tell them we are rising. The story of black colleges and universities.
February 19th as part of Black History Month on WGBY.
This week on Connecting Point.
You know, I can wear this shirt now. I can wear the hat where I used to have trouble putting on that I was a veteran.
Because they won't see benefits in itemizing, they're unlikely to give the same amount they did before.
Understanding more about illustration art and how we're influenced by the visual is something the Research Center will help foster.
Connecting Point, weeknights at 7 and online at wgby.org/connectingpoint.